We're rocking in sunshine here in Saskatoon. It's the final weekend of the curling trials. They've represented Canada at the past two Olympics, and now they want another chance in Beijing. Brad Jacobs won in Winnipeg en route to a gold medal. Team Jacobs, great this week. Just one loss and now one win away from the final. Kevin Cooey won in 2017, looking for a repeat performance in Saskatoon. The four-time Brier champ has unfinished business at the Games. So it is Jacobs, Cooey, the semifinal. It's next. So we're down to just 2 days now at SaskTel Center. Both finals tomorrow. Today, tiebreakers and semifinals as we come inside, and our biggest crowds of the week expected. Now, earlier today, tiebreaker number one on the women's side, Perry Einarson Gimli scored 4 in the third against Casey Scheidegger from Lethbridge. So you would think it would be over, but then Scheidegger comes all the way back, scores 3 in 9, and then in 10. It all came down to this for Einarson. Bang to get the 3. As you bet, she comes all the way back after having that lead to win it and advance. And no rest now for Einarson because she is back on the ice against Krista McCarville out of Thunder Bay. Meanwhile, it'll be the men's semifinal. Jacobs against Cooey. Coming up tonight, that winner of McCarville-Einarson will go up against Jennifer Jones. As on this Saturday afternoon, we do say hello, Canada, and welcome back. Cheryl Russ alongside. Look, there's not much to choose between these two, so if you have to pick something that's going to come down to, what is it?
Well, an event like this, with all else being equal, it could come down to that very first mistake. But this Jacobs team, they've worked very hard to prioritize their mental training just to avoid that. And it's managing their emotions, and it's keeping them under control, and it's helping them think better under pressure. And I also think it's helping Brad. He's found that right intensity, the number one skip coming in. And if it gets a little up there, you'll see Kennedy slide in and try and get it back under control.
Now, Jacobs did win in round robin 8-2, and that was just this past Thursday. All right, go back on the ice, turn it back the clock, maybe 15 or 20 years now, and play Cooey for me.
Well, we had success against Kevin because we realized in a big hurry you had to respect that hitting ability. He's legendary. He's one of the best ever, especially on the out-turn side. So we make the guards a little bit longer. Run back's tougher for him. That forced him into the draw game, which was our chance. And the problem with that draw game this week, I've never seen anything like. He's 92% both turns, 92% best in the field. So how does Jacobs handle that? The in-turn hit, ironically, is his weakness this week. He's got to exploit that, get the mistake there.
That could be that one mistake that we are talking about. So it's a great day. Men's semi, women's tiebreaker. Kathy will keep an eye on that when we do come back.
Since the Olympics has come into the game, that's the kind of key goal you strive for, and I know and everyone else knows how hard this event is to win. You know, I think we got the team that can do it, that can hopefully pull it off.
We would certainly love an opportunity to go through that experience again, and I really think that it's the feeling that we're chasing more than anything, that feeling of just total bliss and elation of experiencing something so incredible.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
So it is the men's semifinal of this year's Tim Hortons Curling Trials. Jacobs, Cooey. Time to meet the teams is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Cooey, they're from the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by 46-year-old Kevin Cooey, with Ben Hebert, John Morris, and B.J. Newcarl. The Jacobs team, they hail from the Sioux Curlers Association in Sault Ste. Marie, with Brad Jacobs, Ryan Harnden, E.J. Harnden, the Brush Brothers, and Mark Kennedy at third. So you've got a Jacobs team finished at 7-1, Cooey 6-2, and so by virtue of that, Jacobs got choice of stones, is elected yellow, and he also gets last rock. And Cooey means he'll play the red to get us underway. The Cooey lead is Ben Hebert.
Top 4. Go hard, John.
Well, I think even though Brad Jacobs beat Kevin Cooey in the round-robin game, they won't take them lightly. And one of the comments that Kevin Cooey has said is that they are playing better and better every game. You can just see their numbers climbing, getting a little bit more comfortable with the ice.
We talk about it probably too much, but how much experience can make a difference. Not every time, but experience can make a difference. Look at these two teams. Look at the other team that's waiting for them. You've got 4 gold medalists with Jacobs, 3 with Cooey, and BJ was in the final 4 years ago, and Gucci sitting there with 2.
Okay. It's incredible.
Good throw, Ryan.
Well, let's start it off with the keys to the game. We'll start with Kevin Cooey.
Well, we touched on it in the opening. In-turn hits for Kevin. It's not draws anymore. 88% on his out-turn hit, which has always been money. Only 77 in-turn. And if you remember, he missed a pretty makeable one against Gushu, or he beats Gushu. Narrow on the intern side. And bring your mojo, and Johnny Morris, #1 second. That doesn't surprise me. But he's a +5. He's out-curled his opponent by 5 or more. 5 of the 8 games. E.J. Harnden, 0.
And the keys for Brad Jacobs.
Well, you've got to look at their force efficiency for this Jacobs team. They're 10% better than Kevin Cooey's team, and that will be a weapon against this very offensive team, Cooey. And be where your feet are, and I just mean the toughest thing to do right now is to be present and not look ahead, be totally absorbed in what you're doing. And I think, Russ, as you mentioned, that Olympic experience will go a long way to help that. Keys
to the game are brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, an obvious choice for Western Canadians for over 95 years.
Good.
John Morris.
Where have your feet been? Where have your feet been, Cheryl?
Oh, yes, your pin.
I lost my Order Canada pin, Vic, last night, and I looked through the room till the wee hours of the morning, and it was stuck to the bottom of Cheryl's shoe.
Where did you find that?
Well, so this morning I get up, I go put my boots on. I'm like, what's on the bottom of my boots? And it's Russ's Order of Canada pin.
Yeah.
And then walking into the booth, didn't you find the class?
Found the other half. Yeah. So we're all set.
It's been a good start to the day for Russ.
It's always about Russ.
Wait.
Up and down the sheet, that first stone from Ben Hebert went top 4, and they've just exchanged stones since then.
Yeah, it's the enormity of it all. Like,
Little last way. Clean.
one mistake could make a, even though it's 10 ends, could be the difference when you're this close.
Yeah, it's the pressure of the moment, says John Morris. Just how you handle it.
Right on the nose. Mark. Same way, Mark? Yeah. Right on the nose.
Well, and I think that's the advantage of the experience that we talk about. People say, well, why? Well, you know what your tendencies are under pressure. You know what you should and shouldn't do for your teammates and what they need under pressure. And you can't really train that. You have to have those experiences to learn it.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Good.
Well, also on the ice is the second women's tiebreaker, and that is Carrie Einarson coming off a win earlier today against Casey Scheidegger. She goes against Krista McCarville from the Fort William and Thunder Day. Kathy's keeping her eye on that. McCarville, well, she's been doing a lot of sitting and a lot of watching, hasn't she?
Well, she has. Last night they watched and saw that they had the opportunity to play again. But more significant today, Kendra Lilly said she started to watch the game and immediately went and got Krista and said, what do you see? And what they saw were 2 very tense teams. They saw teams that struggled with the right draw weight, struggled with Broom because they were so tense. And they made the decision at that time that that would not happen to them, that they would do whatever it took to play loose. It's already shown up. They won last rock.
Yeah, she called it more like as a board meeting. You sit in a board meeting, no, just we're going to be out here, make some decisions, play the game, and try to keep our emotions in check. Really have no tells if you're playing poker. Don't show the opposition anything. You saw it on that last shot of Carrie Einarson. My gosh, when she made that shot for 3 for the win, the big exhale and just the relief that she actually picked up the win.
Got to watch out for McCarville, too, Cheryl. They were 79% in their first 4 games. The last 4, 87th. Best in the field by a lot.
Trending up is always something the opposition doesn't want to see.
Whoa. Sorry, Peach. Thanks.
Mark Kennedy, did you appreciate in a game of this
Clean.
importance, Cheryl, the fact you got one just up and down the ice?
I actually think you do. You know, neither team wants to push because I think they don't want to make that mistake first. So for both teams to settle in one end, it doesn't hurt. And a 10-end game is quite different than 8. You have the luxury of maybe running one end up and down the sheet and letting everybody get settled.
Wouldn't hurt Cooey either, because time management sometimes is, well, it's not all the time it's an issue.
Heavy normal.
All the time.
But Morris said it's not something that they have actually discussed. It'll be up to him and BJ to keep things going.
Yeah, it's just the culture. It's the way the team is. It's not like they're losing in spite of it. So I think that's the attitude they've adopted, that we'll play within it. And if we need to manage it and we're losing because of it, we'll change it up.
Called for control here. That's pretty tight ice.
Need the time saver. Always.
There you go. This is the swinger of the 2 turns, and there'd be a wee bit of pebble there.
A little solid. Just clean. It's okay. Clean. Easy. Clean. Curl a bit. Whoa. Curl. Curl a bit. Curl. 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 Good. 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 Roll it. Roll it here. Thanks, Johnny. Good throw, Brad.
I think this Jacobs team is a team that's worked very hard to throw the same rotations, you know, all 2 of the Harndens and Jacobs, because they're at home all the time together. They throw a lot, and they've got those releases grooved, and Mark Kennedy he's like a chameleon. He can do whatever you need out there.
Incredible.
Whoa, easy, easy. Easy, BJ.
It's the only left-hander I know that throws like a right-hander.
Hard beach.
What do you mean by that?
The angle that he comes out of the hack at is as close to a right-hander that a lefty could ever do. That was years playing with Kevin Martin. That was, I think, one of the things they worked so hard on. Made it easier for Kevin to ice everybody.
Does Val Sweeting then, who's a lefty, does she do much the same with Einarson?
No, she throws.
Okay.
And just Carey just ices her for it.
All right.
One of the best deliveries you'll ever see right here. Everything's square.
Clean,
Fairly relaxed throwing arm.
Just clean. Clean.
Final stone and looking for the blank.
Good toss, bud. Gotcha. Thanks, Peach.
Well, that certainly can serve some time. Up and down we go. Blank on the board. Jacobs still will have last draw.
To go to the Olympic Games and to represent Canada is really indescribable. It's this epitome of what you're working for in sports, and to do it once was amazing, and to do it another time would just be basically an out-of-body, incredible, amazing experience. So we'd love to have the opportunity, and I'd love to have the opportunity to go with the girls.
Final stone. Lovely.
We just want to enjoy the moment, and hopefully we'll have a few breaks along the way, and we'll play our very best, and we'll see what happens from there.
So the women's semifinal is coming up tonight, 8 Eastern Time. Jennifer Jones awaiting the winner of this tiebreaker on the ice right now of McCarville and Einarson. And then Tracy Fleury, of course, best all week. Just the second team to go through, a women's team to go through round robin undefeated, is waiting to play in the final tomorrow. Cooey, Jacobs, the men's semifinal. Brad Gushue is watching and waiting as he's already qualified for the final tomorrow night on the men's side. Blank in 1 means that Jacobs once again will have last draw playing the Yellowstones.
Well, and game on this end. Center goes up and then a corner and then an offset center trying to choke that come around the corner that Jacobs threw. So now trying to play the tick.
Please. Yep. Back 8. Yes. Hard, ease. Hard. Hard, you got to go on that shooter. Shooter.
EJ Harnden.
Really good.
On the brush, Ryan, his brother, throwing. So, boy, is there lots to go around now.
There is. Ryan's one of the best, I think, out there at that tick shot. And His brother can make a lot of ground.
Like the high hole again? Yeah, I think so.
Pretty good front end setup.
And they've got the corner guards, but they're raisable if they have to, if the need arises later in the end.
Little deeper than Ben's. Little deeper than Ben's.
John Morris, #1 second this week. He's just been steady all week. And I think the second position has changed so much, Russ, that it's a lot of these touch shots as opposed to years ago. It was more of the hits and the run backs.
Yes, exactly.
And that's right in John's wheelhouse.
Yep. Okay, John. Good. Okay.
Einarson and McCarville have blanked the first there, too. McCarville out of the Fort William Curling Club, Thunder Bay with Last Rock.
Half a rock.
Yeah, I think you might be able to come in off the back of your yellow if you hit it thick enough.
Quite possible. Or even stick it there to keep the two corner guards alive.
E.J. Harnden. Kennedy's got him. And there's coming off the back, but just too much.
Atta boy.
3 or 4 there, 4.
Yeah.
That's why they wanted to save one of those corners.
Watch the shooter. Yep. You like the out? No, I like the in. Me too.
To Russ's point about
Close.
the draw weight of Cooey this week, John Morris said it's just, he saw it with Kevin Martin too, that the older Martin got and the older Cooey is getting, that the draw weight seems to improve.
No, I definitely agree.
Why is that, you know?
I think it's, you know, in golf it's the opposite. They say as you get older you can't make those putts, but I think you just get smarter. Every one of these shots is a slight educated guess, and you get better at guessing.
I think the brushing has made a lot of difference too, right? That's, you know, you have those brushers in front of you and you're not, years ago you kind of had to make those draws on your own, and now you've got 3 of you making that draw.
Yeah, way more room for error for the thrower, isn't there? Because the surface is so good and the brushing's so good.
You go back just 2 stones. We had 4 rocks in front. Now we're down to just 1 wide corner covering the 8. It belongs to Cooey, and here's Jacobs trying to get in behind.
That shot's got a little bit less bite on it as the week's going along. Into the corners, the wide corners.
Perfectly.
White finish.
Easy board. Clean. Board. Hair down. Clean it.
DJ Neufeld.
Gotta go. John, you gotta go. Hard. Push. Whoa. Whoa, Johnny. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, Johnny. Stay with it, Ben. Whoa. Roll it as deep as you can. Hard.
And rolls it away and rolls it as deep as he can to the center line, back 4.
Yeah, if it somehow stayed on the center line, then when Jacobs hits and rolls buried, it's in a really good spot.
With your out. Yep. Whoa, Johnny. Stay with it, Ben.
I just love the weight that BJ throws on this. Really controllable, and they get that roll.
Gonna play the freeze here.
Yeah, the indication he doesn't want to roll, huh?
No, they're actually going to draw to it and try to create an error by locking it on top. It's slightly dangerous if he throws this really poorly.
Line's good.
Jacobs will be looking at 2, and he'll have to try to blank. But
no, not room.
it's Mark Kennedy's, and they know this spot from practice.
Well, and I think the risk with playing around the corner is there's a really short red run back too.
Okay, Mark. Go, Mark. Go over here. Toss. Make it. Yeah. Control. What? Control.
Well, we don't know there is whether, in fact, he had last rock or he had the hammer, right? So, but he doesn't like to get aggressive in the first, obviously.
No, and you know, and I think what his sole goal now is to kind of flip that hammer back to him and only give up a 1 to Jacobs.
Really close. Good control. Really close. Whoa. Yep. Get ready. Whoa. Get ready, John.
Neufeld.
Yep. John. Yep. John. You're hard. Hard. Yes, Ben. Yes. Hard. Roll it, Ben.
And roll it away. And trying to even them up. Wow.
Couldn't throw it any better.
Great shot.
Well, what else are you going to do?
It's hard to get.
Yeah, good.
It's not a lot of difference between the two thirds. I think BJ's 88 and Mark's 92, and that's one shot.
You don't get a lot of smiles from BJ Neufeld, but that one warranted a little grin.
Thick double here.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard, EJ. Right up. Shot.
And that'll get us rid of both.
Go, buddy. Sweet guys. Thanks, John. Thanks, buddy.
Kennedy, I thought, when I was chatting to him, he said, there's enough experience out here. And there's, you know very well the both of you. You can either let the pressure deal with it or let it overwhelm you. And he says, he doubts very much it's going to get to any of those. But to your point,
Did good.
he did say, when we said
We had the right line.
the other night when we were doing the game, or yesterday, I guess the game was on, there was some social media reaction to some of the biting comments that Brad was making to Mark. And people were saying, well, that's a little, you know what? That's Brad. And Mark said, that's the way he is.
Easy.
I'll let his emotion go so far. And as you said, then he'll step in and go, okay, let's bring it back. Let's just tone it down a bit.
Well, and that's really being a great teammate and being aware of where each player needs to be to play their best. And he knows where Brad needs to be. And look at him. He's the best out here this week. So I think that's just great insight by Mark Kennedy.
There wasn't a curler in the planet more intense than Brad in 14. He won a gold medal. So you don't want to tamp that down too much, just because that maybe not be your style.
Is it back too far to try and hide this behind the corner, or are we heading towards a blanking?
We're looking at a blank, I think.
Right.
Forward.
Easy.
Clean. Good weight.
Easy on that. Easy on that.
Clean. Good weight. Easy. Clean. Yep. Clean.
These are the ones, it's an easy shot. You cannot roll out here. Cooey goes right around.
A little bit, EJ. A little bit, EJ. Hard for nose. Good. Swing. Nice throw, Brad. Really
And right to the nose.
You can try it with firm if you want. Sure.
Yeah, they've nothing to lose by
3/4. Middle of the
Cooey
rock.
trying. They're going to try big weight and spring it behind that red guard and maybe get a force out of it.
Pretty hard. Clean.
Yep.
Hard beneath.
Whoa.
Even.
Whoa. Yes.
Called off now. A little late. Licks here. Where's this going to go? Roll it over. Take it over as far as you can, fellas. Right to the edge and hang it on.
That's incredible.
That is the weight you had to throw to get that kind of a roll.
Heck of a shot, Kev. Couldn't be too much better.
Cooey's mad. He wanted more of a roll.
Keep going. Good shot, Kev. Boy, Kev. Hard to
Look
make
at
it much better.
that.
Jeez.
Two choices here. You could
It
throw
had to be just a dead later, right?
Yeah.
you'd throw normal or peel. You could see enough of it, but they don't quite know the spots. Now you're going to soften the weight and make sure you get by the guard. But you don't know how much this is going to curl either. This is a little bit tougher than it actually looks. You could get forced to a single here.
And that draw, Russ, that Jacobs threw earlier in this end came in pretty straight. Remember, it didn't really
It
bury.
didn't finish, yeah.
The focus.
Good board.
The best all week at the efficiency of getting 2 or more when you have last draw. Team Jacobs.
Whoa. Straight. Yep. Straight. Whoa. Clean. Curl. Just to make sure. Great shot, Brad.
There you go. And the appreciation for the shot. Well, 2 exchanged. First Cooey, Jacobs. We blank 2.
They took the long road to get to the Olympics. In 2013, Brad Jacobs won the B final at the pre-trials in Kitchener, securing the final spot at the trials. In Winnipeg, we witnessed a passionate team.
Run it back, touch it in for the win! What a shot!
Some incredible shots throughout the week helped Jacobs finish atop the standings. In the final, they would face 2010 Olympic gold medalist John Morris.
Fry calling line, and he's got it!
Once again, thanks to some great shots, Team Jacobs would go on to win and represent Canada in Sochi. Jacobs, Ryan Fry, EJ Harnden, and Ryan Harnden, your 2013 Curling Trials champions.
And he is ranked now #1 in the world. It is interesting to note when you look at Jacobs, Guju, Cooey, 3 of the top 4 in the world are playing for the Canadian men's Olympic spot in Beijing. Winnipeg was also, of course, Will Ferrell, Ron Burgundy, making his guest appearance. People still talk about that some 8 years later. And then, in fact, Ferrell has even said it's one of the most interesting things he's ever done in his character of Ron Burgundy.
It was epic.
So we welcome you back on this Saturday afternoon, our final weekend in Saskatoon. Blanked the first 2. And once again, it is Brad Jacobs out of Sault Ste. Marie that does have last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellowstone.
Well, we've got the exact same rock positioning as last end.
And you see it more now. It used to stack them up the center, but with these stones, the double peel is quite easy to make and roll somewhere. Now, if you make the double peel, you lose the corner guard, and that red one of Cooey's could go straight back to the button.
Yellow, watch the yellow.
Exact same tick as last end, too.
So good.
Yeah, and then 2 stones later, we had just 1. That's how good they are at that, too, right? Just cleaning up.
Right there, Beach. Halfway, there's a little print, 6 inches off the center line. Right there. Get it with your.
Talking to Gregor Wasko about the prints.
Hey, Johnny, top 4, buddy.
Kathy, let's drop in on this game, Einarson and McCarville, after they blanked the first.
Well, Krista McCarville's made 2 wonderful doubles this end, 1 in 1 and 1 on her first one. Carrie then made it perfect, and she is buried. I thought that she would draw, she being Krista McCarville, but she's trying a soft weight shot, trying to get to that buried stone and roll out for the blank.
Oh, wonderful. Has it got one more turn in it? Sure does. Very nice.
Just great shot making.
That is the 9th blank of the event for McCarville, and that is the most by any team.
Cheryl and I were deciding whether she should even try that shot. That was risky, and she made it perfect.
Do you also then, I mean, I've asked you this before, don't you, if you're McCarville, weigh risk reward? You make it. Even if you give up the steal of 1, you still have last rock, and you're still only in the 3rd.
Yeah, and that probably, Vic, did play into it, that you just hate to give that advantage, that point on the board to the opposition. And early in the game, you're not absolutely certain what it'll do, but well done.
That works, too. Good throw.
It's in the hole, but it's a small hole.
Same weight.
Same weight, Jay.
Same weight, Beach.
Yeah, same weight's good, Johnny.
I like.
Yeah. Second time down this path for John, so knows the weight.
Just top 4, still room.
Lots of curl.
Go, gotta go for weight, Kev. Gotta go. Come on, Benny.
Nice kid.
Come on, Benny. Hard, buddy, hard.
Hard, Benny.
Hard, you got it.
We're not close here. Well, then off. Let it. Beach.
Just pull the string on that one.
Keep going. Line it up. Keep going.
Okay. I haven't seen that all week from John, really.
No.
He's been real close on everything.
But good awareness to keep them on that, and now you can actually make that red run back into the 4-foot. He staggered them, and it was no good.
Same way as maybe last time, maybe
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like a little bit.
Darn close though, a little bit more.
Is that too much ice?
No, no. That might be now, but close.
He just moved it. These powerful brushers can make a draw shot curl more than they can make it hold straight.
Top
So
8.
you're better to
Line's
take the ice to get it by, then
Line's
worry
good.
about burying it later.
You got room. Top 8.
I like the way.
You got
Top
room.
4.
Killing the line a bit here.
Sorry. Top 12.
Would like to see it curl.
Ryan, go!
Come on, Pete.
Hard, Ryan!
Come on.
Hard! Until it stops! Keep going, you got it!
Keep going,
Keep
here, bud.
going!
Boy, again, they suck this in behind that quarter.
Great sweep, Pete.
Wow,
Mark,
they've
stay
evened
here
it
for
up
a second.
as well.
That's the way to throw it.
Sweet,
The
Brad.
guard was never an issue. And then once they knew it was safe at the hog line, away they went and carved it right over there.
He makes a good one here. Probably playing a double run, right?
It's good.
Top 4.
T-line. Well then.
Got room right now,
Top
guys.
4. Clean. Line only.
Wait's good.
Little heavy.
Line's good.
Back 4. Whoa.
Line only.
T back 4. Yep. T back 4. Whoa, off. Still there. Off. Off.
EJ Neufeld. And now they just back
Never,
off.
never, never, guys. It's buried. It's buried. It's buried.
Around it goes. Now will it sit for the shot? Rock. Oh, it just slides too far. It's covered though.
That did not come down at all.
Good shot, buddy. We needed a shot made. Good job.
That's what we have to play, yeah.
We're talking about a double peel if Cooey was shot, but he's not shot. So I think they're going to be stay on
Hey,
the
top
offense
4.
here.
I don't know.
Do you think that hole's makeable, Cheryl, at some point?
I do. I mean, you'd have to be perfect on it, but
I'm thinking it's the same speed as what you threw last time. No? Like a 20?
Yeah, and that got there easy, right?
I think you're a 20.
I think I'm 20 to make the shot.
Yeah.
Try not to kill the line. I'll
the
try to give
rock
you the right
fits
weight.
through there
Yes.
with barely room to spare.
You got there.
T-line. Okay, you got room. Clean.
Go
Line
close.
good. Yep. Top button T.
Close we get.
Okay, whoa.
Top
Getting a little
button.
tight.
A few rocks down this
Line
spot
good.
Heavy.
Line
should
good. T.
glide forever.
Right off for line.
Top button.
Stay with it.
Top
Right
button.
off for line.
Top button.
Right here.
Top button.
Slide nice in here. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Top button.
No, don't let him freeze.
Boy. Great eye.
sweep,
bud.
guys.
Very
Really?
nice. And
Yeah.
good.
Perfect.
Piece of fluff there, Ben.
Very well positioned. You're any deeper
Piece
and
of
you
dirt.
know what's coming up, and that's a freeze to take away
Got it.
Guys.
What was your split there?
that 4 foot.
Did your stopwatch say perfect when you pulled it out?
It said.
If you can.
Top 4. Bite the 4.
A good teammate. Hey, he keeps things light, and that helps a little bit, and most certainly in these games.
It's good.
Lighter for sure.
Top 4.
You can go if you have to.
Hard
Here you
line.
go.
Real hard.
Line's good.
Hard, John.
Both
You
got
gotta
him.
go a mile.
Morris
Line's
closest
really
to
good.
the stone. Hebert out in front.
Line's really good. Keep going.
Gotta watch this guard.
Gotta
Go,
bounce.
Jody. Go. Gotta bounce this. Come on.
Yep. Yes.
It's good. It's bouncing.
Okay, talk about first mistakes. Morris, first, deep. It's another one. Here, that's 3.
It is. They're fighting this path, and Team Jacobs isn't.
No, it probably opens up the freeze again, no. But
I know.
if he freezes, are we still 2?
Yeah, I think we are.
You guys see anything here?
The Reds are
Even a freeze in
concerned.
there. Yeah,
Well,
that
as you
way-
said respect the
I like
run
that.
back.
This one's coming in there, and he's got
What's
some
he got to
options.
run back?
A lot.
Yeah.
Or try to.
All 4 of them.
Red, double reds, and the reds on either side.
What about that? Get another yellow in the ring. That way, when something comes in, you know.
He's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get one here.
Okay.
There you go.
Pete, you see something else?
Another one in because
Oh,
when they
that's what I
come
was
in,
gonna say right there.
he's
Right
got to
here.
be
Well,
careful.
right here.
So just putting the pressure back
Not too
on
deep,
Cooey.
'cause it just gives them
Oh,
options.
even full 12's good, no?
Huh?
Full 12's even good, right?
Yeah.
The very best
Right
shot
in
for
here.
Cooey is
Now I'm wider.
I think running that left one, Cheryl, and making the double.
New territory here.
Then you're sitting too buried.
Yeah, and you couldn't make it with the right one, or it'd be really thin.
Right.
And the reminder you may have heard Jacob say, you're going into new territory here. Going out this wide.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Kennedy saying didn't feel quite right, maybe a little sticky, he said.
Oh, no, never T-line.
Line's good.
Top 8.
Line's good. Fight the 8.
Fighting 4.
Well
Top
then,
8.
well then. Top 8. No, it doesn't need to curl. Right off. Higher the better. Higher the better. Whoa. Good spot.
Just precision. Absolute precision.
Pretty good. Yeah. Close. Good sweep, guys.
There's all kinds of options for Cooey. None of them fantastic. You might be able to do that, get a bunch. I think the very best one at some point could be there to there, and you could sit 2.
If I miss anything now, I'm just thinking leave ours buried playing this one. He doesn't have a way at it now because of where Mark put that.
We're good. How much they cut? Kind of weight you like?
The first thought was boardish, but control.
Control. I like control.
It's just I don't want to hit that one and then roll right open because this guy's going to go to here.
So just easy control.
Like I'm wondering if I even.
I don't hate the out turn here.
No,
cross face.
It's just some straight. Well, I don't hate it, but.
You probably hold it though, right? I think we can.
Like I'm wondering if I even throw hack at this. Then this is never. If I hit this, it's never coming. Right?
I like
you know
a little
I mean?
less weight, I think, Russ.
You get one and stay in that in buried, you've solved the problem.
I don't mind like. What about easy board with? We've seen that out turn in the first end. Yes, it's kind of straighter, but I think we could hold it too if we take minimum ice, right?
What are you thinking, like an inch ice?
Yeah, inch ice with.
I'm liking a heavy hack. It's a high guard, so it's gonna.
I like that
there quick.
Yeah.
How greedy do you get here? You're just trying to run the yellow back, or are you looking for a little inside roll if you can get it?
Well, you'd like that inside roll. I really like the weight choice, Vic, because you throw any big weight at this and you're not exact, and it's out of the rings, so you got a lot more options with hack.
So I was good normal in one.
Yeah. Might be a bit more controllable with board. The good thing about board is we probably kill one of these. We're not playing with our life, you know?
Well, but we already are. Right? Like if I hit half a rock, I see us not a good. I won't be late.
Okay.
I mean, if you do this, that's good too.
Yeah,
right?
you betcha. Yeah, you betcha.
Heavy hack.
Okay.
What have they elected, in turn or out turn?
Out turn.
Out. And
Across
probably
the
for
face.
that reason, 88% out turns, 77 in. It's not like he's going to miss the in turn, but I love the weight call.
Yeah, it's.
Most teams are like, get rid of those enemy rocks. You might even make the double, but if you just get one of them and stay buried.
More. Don't you?
A lot more options with this weight.
Now we keep talking about getting straighter, but this is closer to the center line. It might curl a little.
Right up?
Yep.
I think so, Koo.
Yep.
We
Board weight.
had a blank in the first, blank in 2. So
Clean.
first little bit of trouble now for Cooey. Comes in 3 with Jacobs right now sitting 2. Hebert. They thought they could manage this now. Run it back, and you're going to get the inside roll. He moves them both, and he's going to sit there. Shot rock, Cooey.
Oh, I love that weight choice. Just perfect.
Just brilliant.
And the brushing too, right? I mean, just that late lick here by Hebert. The call of Morris. And he gets them both.
Yeah, the only bad luck they had was their shooter rolled a little bit further than they thought.
Yeah, it ticked the top one a little too thick, and now look.
If he makes it really good, we might have something.
So it looks like, to make that, looks to me like it's about half a rock, eh?
Okay.
You're going to lose the shooter, but you're sitting 4 with hammer.
No way you can hold that shooter there, right?
Be my eyes on this one too.
I think even if you did, it would maybe be detrimental, Vic. If you threw like hack weight and stayed top 8, Cooey would come off of it.
All right.
I like getting it out of there because how do you draw on that intern side? It's there, but it's not easy.
Oof.
The key is make the double. The more weight, the better here.
Now Cooey's shooter's in the way if he tries to make the draw in that way.
True.
I'm surprised how far it rolled. With that nice weight, usually it sits
thinned
around.
the top one and spun twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Shade less than that, eh?
There hasn't been a lot there.
Whoa! Curl! Whoa!
Curl!
Clean.
Whoa!
Curl!
Curl! Curl! Curl!
Oh,
Come
boy. Only got the one.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, it's huge.
It is.
Well, at least he comes down. There's the difference, you know, and life is in perspective now. That's, you wouldn't have seen that, is my suggestion, for, well, 8 years ago now.
I think he was happy with the way through it, and so, you know, they were guessing a little bit on what it would do with that weight.
Could be a little adrenaline too, you know. You
Draw
just see
here,
that
anything
fraction
you run into
harder.
it is probably coming either one way or the other, right?
I think he's playing this.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then if we're here, it's a banana.
No, I know. We haven't seen one shot here, so.
I think the weight would be. Close.
Pick your spot. It's just shot.
You hear Kevin say, I'm getting there. So. He needs to just get there himself.
Yes.
Plays that. Maybe into here. Whatever.
I don't
say
know.
just inside middle of 12.
I don't even think, Russ, you're too bad if
Boys,
you even freeze down to your own red.
They're good.
Sweep for full four. We got to be shot over this.
Hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
We want to be shot over this, or else he just does this for
Don,
two.
I heard you. Give me, put the broom down.
I hate him playing that anymore.
I think what I had is not enough. More.
14-3.
Middle.
Tough draw. You've got backing it, which will help.
You guys like this?
You betcha. That's all we got, buddy. Yeah, I like this, Kev. So 14-3, 14-4 is what we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's maybe a shade heavier. No?
No. Well, I mean, 14-3 isn't lightning. I think that's the speed.
It's kind of like those ones I was throwing at the end in practice here where it was a shade light.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
exactly. You
it's
betcha.
that speed.
Yeah, that's the speed.
Like that broom.
So top button is optimal.
I do, Kev. Right on the tee line, boys. Let's go.
You ever wreck, there's a in off your own yellow for 4.
Little heavy.
I liked it.
Little heavy.
I like that out of his
Line
hand.
only.
Okay,
There again,
Clean.
to Russ's point.
We're moving
Draw
ours.
weight is no longer the problem for Kevin Cooey.
We're bumping ours. We're bumping
it.
ours.
Off. Let it curl in there.
Well, it's got to stop.
And
heavy still.
on its own. Again, on its own. And to the back. Now he's bumped that stone back. They are still the shot rock. Center line back 4, but
He can play in off his own.
It's tricky, but I think it's there.
Two's huge.
What turn do you like here?
Really thick. Try to guarantee your 2.
I like your out turn.
If you can get it a little thinner, get it right in between the 2. That goes that way, that goes that way.
Yeah, hey Brad, take your time.
And the raised rock, or the hit thrown rock, is there for 4.
Or is it going right out the side? I mean, there could be a big end here. If you...
Well, I'm playing it for 4, Mark.
Okay, you are.
100%. Like pocket, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
this,
what I
this
both
type thing.
Okay, thin half.
Yeah, half a rock's got to be close, right?
This is your out turn?
Yeah.
The other way, you can miss it really thick, Cheryl, and maybe get your 2. But I think you can miss it a little thin and actually get that one first.
And it'll come up.
And it comes up.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of room for error here.
Yep. Sounds good.
Bigger.
Probably half.
Right here to make it.
Yep.
Half will work.
I found with these, when you're moving 3 rocks, you tend to throw them a little harder than you should. I think that's what happened on the last double.
right now it is Cooey sitting shot rock center line. Back 4. Final stone after 2 blanks.
Whoa.
Jacobs here in 3.
Curl. Curl.
Brian Harnden.
Curl.
Curl up, come across, and it is. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jacobs here in the 3rd.
Just a great throw.
One mistake we talked about. One mistake. 4. Well, also on the ice, Kathy keeping her eye on the second women's tiebreaker, Krista McCarville and Carrie Einarson.
Well, lots of zeros on the board. We've been blanking a lot, but there's been some wonderful shots by both of the skips. That stone completely buried, thrown by Krista on her first. So for Carrie on her final, needs to run this back to avoid giving up 2.
And then with her last, of course, McCarville, Kathy throws it through. So the reason we haven't heard a lot from you is that right there, blank, blank, blank. McCarville, Einarson, the winner goes on to the semifinal tonight against Jennifer Jones. As we walk the hog line over to our feature here, Cooey and Jacobs. You know, we said one mistake. Really, when you think about it, there probably were 3 or 4 missed shots there by the Cooey team, and it results in a 4.
Yeah, it kind of started with John when he was light, and then I think that gets into BJ's head, who's throwing, and he's heavy. And those two really started it off for that end.
Line's good. Line's good. Real tight. Real tight, John.
I have seen this Cooey team post a lot of threes this week, but Jacobs' teams has not allowed a lot of threes this week, so it might be the wrong team to be able to get those against.
Well, Morris said to me before the game they wouldn't push it. Well, they may have to push it now because they find themselves down by 4.
Yeah, and this shot here, you know, when we talked and looked at it, there were options on this. Playing it with the out turn, get some good spin. You can see they were trying to make a curl here. He didn't hit it exactly like he wanted, but gets the 4.
It's a huge jump. Comes here in 3. The key shot is brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
And to your point, Russ, I don't think he overthrew that. He threw, it wasn't that big weight.
It's like he did it almost wrecked.
It was almost on the
I heard Mark say later that didn't move at all.
No.
Go ahead, then.
It's easy to do, isn't it? You're moving a bunch of granite, you just throw a hair more, but the third's not looking for a hair more.
Come on, make it.
You got it. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yep, keep going.
Leave this open.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Leave it open.
Whoa, that's good there. That's good there.
Great sweep,
boy. Great sweep.
Nice spot, buddy.
It's one of the first teams I've seen. A lot of teams doing it now, but that exactly, instead of stacking him up the center line,
Yeah, exactly.
they choke off the double corner.
Nice and keen.
Well, and I like they don't tuck it, and it's usable. So if Kevin gets a little roll in there or draws something back there, you've got your own rock to run.
Back 8. Line's good.
So 3 of them, 3 4s on the board this week. The most recent, this one obviously, but they did score one last yesterday against Tanner Horgan as well.
BJ!
Gotta go on the red. Gotta go on the red. Get a piece of
Hard man!
Oh.
Okay.
Terrible. Okay.
Was I through? You were close to through, yeah. Flirting, maybe back 12. He's gonna get one lost in there. I don't mind the peel.
I like the peel, yeah.
Hair last.
The game's been so tight, you almost have to, if you're Jacobs, look up and go, okay, we're up 4.
Yep. Go ahead.
They almost decide to ignore it.
Yeah, the peel's the right call.
Good boy.
Now, almost a nose hit on that top red removes the back red if they have to. It's also open on the
playing
upturn.
this, right?
Yeah.
We could split if you like.
Split and roll frozen with the shooter.
What do you got of this?
A thick half.
Wonder if you do something like this. Try and get this back in the way, maybe.
As long as he won't have a double off that other one, eh?
Can't hear you.
Yeah, just cross it a little.
Yeah, I like that, Kev.
Yeah, you don't even have to stay frozen, right?
Okay.
You need just back 12, probably.
Mind if you throw the out turn?
Sure.
Yeah, back 12.
Back 12.
Same weight you just threw.
Not trying to remove anything, just trying to move everything back a little bit.
Separate the reds. Yeah. Because if you nose this, there's a red double.
Okay, weight's really good.
This is where it gets tough for the team down 4 because they've got to be so precise.
Hard line.
Hard. Weight's really good.
And even if you do keep everything in play, junk things up at the back behind the tee line, that upweight ability of a Jacobs can clean house pretty easily.
Oh, so quickly.
Good shot, John.
Good.
Good
scrub, boys.
Not bad. I don't know.
That came up on them. They wanted to roll left as we're looking at it.
Right? Basically hitting what you can see, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the dangerous here. You've got to come
Copper
awfully
rock is
close
good.
to his own.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Whoa.
The Harden's got him. Hit what you can see, and what he can see is a double.
No, but created a little bit of a pocket, so that's something for Team Cooey without any guards.
Best you can do.
Yeah.
Tough shot.
Dinner, I guess, and you squirt through, but that's. Yeah. Throw, Mark. Thanks.
Weight's good.
Weight to 4.
Shade light.
Room.
Line's good.
I think weight's close, John.
Yeah.
Weight only.
Room.
Weight's good.
Line's good. Clean.
Top 4.
How heavy?
That's good.
Little light.
Just for weight.
Hard line.
No, just
Weight's
for
good.
weight.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Little bounce.
Small
Hard
bounce.
line.
Whoa.
Small bounce.
Yep.
Oh, it's bouncing.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
This is
whoa,
perfect.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good shot.
Oh, well done.
E.J. Neufeld into the pocket. In Lillehammer, the Olympic site some years ago, the European Championships on the men's side. Bruce Mowat is your winner. 8-5 over Nicholas Adine, and Joel Retornaz of Italy picks up the bronze with a win over Norway. On the women's side, Scotland again, this time Eve Muirhead beats Anna Hasselborg, and Daniela Jentsch of Germany wins the bronze over Alina Kovaleva of Russia. So quite the Euros for Scotland as they win, and both over Sweden.
Retornus will just never go away, will he?
I was trying to. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Wow.
He doesn't want you to ever forget.
Sure.
All you got, Mark.
They're getting better all the time, Italy, too.
No kidding. Last few Worlds we've seen them.
He still has to worry about it.
They're not convinced. I think he hit it dead on. There'll be enough action here with the speed Mark can throw to get it out of there, but it's they're concerned about it. A little on the centerline side, they don't get it out.
EJ.
Easy.
EJ.
Look at this. Back it up. You can just hear it beep as it goes backwards.
That's what we were scared of, but okay.
Sorry, guys. Okay, Mark. Throw it harder.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually had to throw it hard. He hit it. He couldn't hit any better.
Great throw, Mark.
Sorry.
That's all you could do.
Or throw a bomb.
Might not have been there.
Yeah, that's all that had to happen. Throw it harder. Great try.
To take this away.
Can you ever just? No,
I think maybe we do have to hit that, eh?
So another
Give it
blank
to him.
in the women's tiebreaker, Einarson and McCarville. So that's the first time in women's trial
We're taking the
history
come around or aggressive hit and roll.
since '97
Yeah, I
that
know.
women
You
have
can
put
still
together
make
4 straight
All
blanks,
I'm saying is he's just coming off this, right?
and it just
Go
keeps
the other
Kathy
way.
quiet.
Not that quiet.
No, not that quiet.
I'm doing the play-by-play for people up here.
Hit and roll this way. You got it, buddy.
You're making some friends.
I am. 2.
Finally.
Back 8, Beaver.
Right, still plays that, but we might have a double.
Okay. Back 8, Beaver.
5 more feet.
Back 4, back 8.
Yeah.
4 more feet.
Yeah, 4 more feet.
Interesting. They talked about splitting the rings, hitting and rolling way wide. They could hit and roll underneath.
Okay, I like it.
Weight only. Weight only.
good.
Now they're
Wait
going to go
only,
around
we're
It's
here.
good.
Line's good, guys.
I want to get really behind.
Room.
Just for weight.
Line's good.
Weight's perfect.
And
Johnny's
line's good.
rock.
Line's good. Right to my broom.
It's all there.
Hard.
We saw Kevin's move hard, the intern the other way.
Does not need a curl. Just go for weight. Yeah, you are. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
And around they go. And
Good.
using everything they've got. They'll put one and wrap one around. Top 8. My goodness. So it all began, of course, last Saturday. 8-game round robin, 9 teams. The loss to Guju, lost to Jacobs. The win over John Epping last night, it avoided a possible tiebreaker for Team Cooey. They finish at 6-2.
Boy, where does that yellow go, Russ? Right back into the forefoot.
Yes, unless they get it incredibly thin, there might be a thin double. But I think that's what they're playing. You just jam it back and roll it into the forefoot. Yeah, you can't hit enough of the yellow to make the double. So, what, thick half?
Yeah, I think so. Be real close.
Same shot Mark threw, really.
Curl! 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 Watch the shooter! Watch the shooter!
Get that.
Yeah, you got it a little too much high side.
Good throw. I got you, Kev.
It's not bad.
Hair thicker. Good shot.
Good shot.
Not bad.
Good shot.
Just a 1 loss in a game on Tuesday to Brad Guju. And then he wins out, and then last night he scored a couple of 3s and a 4 against Tanner Horgan. And the 12 points ties the trials best with Cooey in 17. Furby had 12, and in fact you had a 12er in 2001 against Greg McCauley.
Right.
It could be an inch or two in front of it.
Trying to kind of line it up onto that back one, eh?
Been some bad rolls for Jacob's team a couple times. Left his pockets. BJ made a great freeze on his.
You're right here. You're right here. 2 feet less than that, Kev.
Yeah.
It's the same as that one?
You betcha.
If we ever feathered the yellow. Right?
Yeah. I have one other shot for you, but we'll wait and see where he puts it.
Okay. So just take a shade off last time.
You bet. We're on the tee line.
The thinking that goes in now with the 5 rock roll, there's so many options in some of these ends. You have to be ahead of it. You can't wait till the rock stops. You'd be 15 minutes figuring it out.
Well, and I think playing Cooey is another issue because he seems to manufacture shots where there wasn't one, too, on top of it. So you're always kind of surveying.
Line's good.
Hey, wait real close, John.
Line's good.
Probably just line right now.
Line's great. Line's great. Line's great.
Line's good.
It's really
Line's
good.
great. Back button.
Just to it.
All there.
Well, no bounce. Can't bounce it. Can't bounce it.
All there.
Can't bounce it.
Needs to
boys.
stop.
Off for line. Curl.
Needs to stop.
Curl.
Sit.
Anything, Brad? Anything?
Truck F.
And finally does settle. Not frozen. There's a little rattle room, but it is the shot rock.
It's at max ice.
Nice throw, Kev.
Yeah, good toss.
Yeah, not satisfied, though. Not satisfied.
You see anything else?
There, but
Well, the only other one would be off the 1 and stick it. Sit right there.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to hit like 4 shot.
I know.
I think we want to try this, don't
Yeah,
we?
the
Can you get it thin? Yeah.
Sure, and you're going to get 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Top one's going,
Yep.
and if you get it thin enough, you clip the back.
If you just miss the 5, I don't think we're jamming. I think this is going that. So
They could try that, but it's dangerous.
Make
If you ever did anything crazy like nosing it, you're giving up 3, so you can't do that with the score the way it is. So just hit that as thin as you can. If you get it thick, you get 1 of them. If you miss it completely, you get 1 of them.
Now, how worrisome is that stone, the Jacob stone at the back of the 12 for a jam?
I think if you miss the top one, you'll nose it straight back and it'll roll out, spring out.
Right.
You'd have to hair that top one. And he'll
Huge
have some
shot
weight.
here.
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, curl. Whoa, whoa, straight.
Jacob's last.
Straight.
Ryan Harden. Tick, tick. Oh, and away they go.
So nice.
Boy, he is.
Just feeling it, isn't he?
Yeah, just that little nod. Eh?
Yeah.
Feeling it.
Oh, nice one.
Okay.
Thick enough that the 8 went straight back.
Yeah, that to me is the key here, isn't it? That stone right there goes straight back.
most people would want to hit it even thinner, but Mark knew that if he hit it thinner,
I
it
think we
might
gotta try
jam.
this, eh?
Fucking right, all day. Okay, make it.
This has forced a possible error here.
3/4.
I'm trying to blank with a bullet. Across the face with the intern, I guess? Or high side on the intern.
Wow.
Hope it spins. This could be 5-0.
Yep, whoa, whoa. Yep, whoa, whoa.
Final
Yes,
score.
yes, yes.
Cooey here in 4.
Hard. Oh.
Got it, stuffed it, roll it, and sit down. So Cooey forced to a single. Jacobs leads. It's the men's semifinal of the Tim Hortons curling trials from Saskatoon at SaskTel Center. As we welcome you back on this Saturday afternoon, 1 week after it all began last Saturday. And we're down to the final 3 on the men's side. Brad Gushue locking up first place, and he awaits the winner of this one. The final will go tomorrow night. So we go to the 5th, and it's Jacobs and his team from Sault Ste. Marie with a 4-1 lead over Kevin Cooey out of Calgary. And it is Jacobs with last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Hard, buddy, go!
They got it.
Sure do.
He makes a lot of those, Ryan does.
It is, you know, those little chats we have prior to the game with the players, and John Moore said it's
Where does he want it?
our job when he talks about
Just pass halfway.
Ben Hebert and himself and VJ Neufeld. Our job is to set each stone up
Higher than half.
and make it easy for Kevin Cooey. That end, when they gave up the 4, they didn't. They were a little bit better here, but again, forcing Cooey to a tough shot for the blank.
Yeah, and I even think it starts with setting BJ up too, because BJ has got great touch. He'll make those freezes. You don't want to have him throwing all the run backs, which he can make, but then you're not applying pressure to the opposition. So it does start with the 2 in front.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Same way.
Whoa, right now. Whoa, clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa, no. Whoa, no. Mark. Clean. No, clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yes. Shooter.
It's just disheartening.
It's unbelievable.
Very nice, Pete.
Yeah,
Great sweep.
very well
Good
done.
shooting, Ryan.
Like, they've been tough ones too. Off center, high in the free guard zone.
Center, is it a,
Ticking, rolling in from 4 feet.
is it a tough peel?
Good throws, Ryan.
Yeah, Kevin's tried to move them around a little bit.
What's the... Okay.
Probably a little higher than half, Ben, or John.
1/3?
Yeah.
He's got his ideas now, does Kevin, and I don't think I want to get in his way here. He's got a plan. And he doesn't like the situation, doesn't like to be trailing as he is, obviously. I think he just wants, leave me alone now. We're going to get out of this my way.
Yeah, he's called them off a couple times this game. I agree, I think. And they have enough respect. I mean, he still wants to hear, but they have enough respect to know when to voice their opinion on what they see and then step back.
Kevin takes a while to percolate it all because he's got a plan, like you say, whereas John's going, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. And he's not wrong either, but it's just it's tough to balance that.
Yeah, he internalizes it a bit more.
2/3. Curl. Yep. I think so. Keep trying.
Watch it over there.
Okay, good. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, T-line waits, even a little behind the T-line's okay.
Giving up on the center is going to try and make Brad look at maybe a couple this end.
There right now.
Whoa, T-line. Whoa, let it work.
Room.
Too much room. Way too much room, Beach.
Always BJ.
Just top 8. Just top 8, boys.
Gotta go, Beach. Gotta
No
bury
freeze,
this.
Beach.
Gotta go.
Line's good.
Hard.
Line's good. Top 8. Top 4.
Hard.
Top 4. You got it, buddy. Hard. It's curling nice. Hard.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Scrub, buddy.
They did. They scrubbed it for shot stone.
Is that there?
Yeah.
I like you trying it because this is good.
Okay. Good weight here. I just got to get the weight right. Speed's good.
That might be the
key.
shot.
Get
Just through.
the speed right.
I like it. Yeah, Ed, you're throwing just through.
Yeah.
Hack at the most. You tick off the top when you're in the paint. This could straighten out a bit if he overthrows it.
Wait. Wait's great.
Yep. Yep. Still hard.
Come on, Ryan. Come on, come on, come on.
Hard,
Hard!
Ryan. You got to dig.
Hard!
You got to dig for the roll off the guard.
Hard!
Keep going. Keep going.
Hard!
Mark. Keep going. Hard. Hard. Every inch, Mark. Every inch.
Hey,
Okay, good.
Really? Back 4, back 8.
Yeah.
Back 4. Yeah, back 4. I like back. Okay.
Back 4.
Nice shot. That's the way you got to miss it. 3 up with hammer.
You're right.
Light.
Try and get this to back 4 and try and get as much separation.
Mine's good on this.
They knew it out of his hand, didn't they? Fingers
Right.
barely off the
You gotta
handle,
go.
maybe a little
You're
light.
getting close. Just go. You're getting close, guys. You're
Hard.
close. Benny, you can switch.
Danny.
Hard, Benny.
Hey, wait's there. Wait's there.
Hard.
Wait's
Get
there.
it all
Wait's
the way
there.
there.
Wait's
Four.
there.
Back 4.
Mine's
Wait's there,
perfect.
wait's
Keep
there.
going,
Keep
Benny.
going.
You got to keep making it
Keep
curl.
going,
Keep
keep
making it
going,
curl. You got it.
keep
Go,
going.
go, go, go.
And to the back 4 they go. Oh, you could just see there's some rocks in play as they play the 5th. Einarson and McCarville yet to get a score. Now they've just come off a timeout, Kerry Einarson.
Well, that red stone that you see in the house is Carrie Einarson's first. Krista McCarville tried to play a quiet way to tick it over, but hit the guard. And so the timeout, I think, is the concern that it is Krista McCarville line 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so to come in poses a huge risk if you set up the double.
No. Let it sit.
I think you will tuck a piece.
Tuck a piece. Yeah.
It's okay. It's already there. It's good. Already there. Okay.
So there's the guard. And this will be the draw for 2.
Can't bump your own either.
No.
Very far.
Boy, big deuce.
Whoa. Ryan.
Watching Kennedy.
Hard.
And
hard.
by.
Yellow.
And tap it out and then roll that shooter away.
Fantastic brushing. That was so close to that top yellow.
I can't believe he even tried that. And he hits and stays.
So watching McCarville as well, Krista McCarville, along with Sarah Potts, Ashley Sipola, the front end, Kendra Lilly calling line out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay that will host the Scotties January 28th through February the 6th.
Yep, go a little bit.
BJ Newfound.
John, you can wait.
Hard.
Big carry. Oh, you got a little rub and roll off. One for sure. No, just the single.
Hard, Benny.
Take a look.
So we have our first point.
You gotta make it curl.
Comes in 5. McCarville
That's good.
goes to the break with the lead.
I had more than now.
I think we have to try to make it and roll off.
Another 2 great come-arounds by BJ.
I like that.
Feels like a sucker shot.
I think if you want to make it and roll it off.
I think the best shot is the run and roll.
What did
I
Kennedy
mean, if I
suggest?
stick
It was a
it,
sucker shot to be drawn into this?
Ideally, I think we're trying to. Which way would
Cooey
be
being
best?
as smart as he is as Skip, he's hoping they play the double, miss the double, and then they've got one on the button buried.
That feels like a bit
Hold
of a
on.
sucker shot.
Hear me out.
Make that would be awesome.
That's the best shot.
That's awesome, yeah.
Because you could make something good here, and it's
Just
run.
getting higher,
Yeah.
higher. I like that shot.
Okay, looks like a quarter rock.
Okay.
Thin third, quarter.
I like this shot.
Yeah, I like it.
No, that's not what we're playing. We're playing a quarter rock double.
Yeah.
Get that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
Tough shot.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. But it, you know, he is 3 up. Open it up if he gets forced to 1.
Opens up the shot stone.
Pretty straight. Yeah.
I thought they'd play the straight back red, but
I did too. I think they're worried if Mard made it perfect and they could freeze to the buried rock.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's my guess.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Ryan Harden.
Hard.
Still with
keep
it.
Going, keep going.
Still with it. Come across. Oh, tap it. Now he's going to move it far enough.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, not quite out, but it's in behind the second shot, so a little bit of junk in front.
It's pretty good.
Ah, sorry.
Really tough shot, and he's apologizing.
I was worried that if we over swept it, he'd be able to back it up too much.
That's what I was worried about. Worried about that with my throw. I like the call though.
Same speed you threw here on the out turn coming home.
Yeah, you know, you're trying to get the most out of one call, and it opens it up and gets rid of one of those reds.
Right.
And they almost sat second, third.
Yeah.
Still in good shape to score.
Line's good.
Should be real tight.
Hold on.
Line's good.
Kuian is first.
Well, room.
Right now he is the shot rock, sitting center line, back at the edge of the button.
Well, it's probably top 12.
Well, we don't want to
Let
be.
it stop. Let it stop.
No matter what, let it stop. BJ.
Just out of the house.
BJ, get
Just
ready.
biting,
BJ. BJ,
biting.
yes. Yes. Gotta close the gap. Hard. Hard.
Fine.
Okay.
Good shot.
Shot. Shot, Kev.
Shot, Kev.
I mean, I like the chase. I like sitting 2.
Try to sit 2 right there.
He's drawing all day.
He's drawing, but he's drawn against 2, and he might leave us another chase.
Yeah. Yeah. Think it throws. If you just peel though, what's his spot? What's
Well,
his spot if you peel?
That's true.
He's got to go.
Well, I don't even know
He's
if we
got to go here, and then you've got the double for multiple. But you can make the shot now if you want. Put some pressure on.
I think so.
Okay.
Right there, back line.
Okay.
You guys okay with this?
You like this shot?
Yeah, it's either that or peel.
Yeah. I like trying this.
Okay.
Speed's good.
He's going after shot rock, is he?
Yeah, 2 choices here. You could play the straight run back.
Okay.
You got to make it. But they're kind of sensing a chance to put it away here. If they can sit 2, what does Kevin do?
Well, I thought, honestly, I like Mark Kennedy's idea. If you peel the top one, where does Kui go with the second? He's probably going to go in tight. Now you play the double.
Right.
It's a closer double possibility.
It really is 6 of 1.
Where's you, Mark? Whoa.
Clean. Clean. A little more back line.
Clean. Same as you. Whoa. Curl. Curl.
Now you got to help it.
Curl each.
Now you help it. EJ Hart.
Come on, each.
Got to get it by that guard. No problem there. Now where are you going to go? Roll it over, and you'll sit 1, 2 for sure.
Brilliant curling shot.
That's what happens when you got the right weight.
I don't know where. I don't know what's safe.
Great throw, man.
He said a mouthful. That's what happens when you have the right weight.
Oh, it was just right.
You were right on that.
Oh, and these brushers.
Oh, you could tell by Mark's voice that it was never going to curl enough. Next thing you know, they're sweeping it to straighten it out.
Oh, we got a good turn, 4 foot 2.
This is
Yeah, that's great. He's got to be a little more precise with his weight, right?
all game here if he doesn't make this good.
Right. Yeah, just a few more feet.
Yeah.
Tucking in behind his center stone.
That's all he's got.
Full 4 is what he needs then.
You can always get the right weight on these. Well, not always, but it's not that tough. It's getting the line right around a single guard.
Weight's good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's good. T-line.
Final stone for Kevin Kui. Trails by 3 as we play here in the 5th.
Doesn't need to curl. Line's good.
Center guard just top edge of the 12, trying to tuck something in behind, and he needs full 4.
Too much room.
BJ.
Got to bury it,
BJ, bury it. Go.
There you go. You got to get it in behind. You can't let him pick it out.
Whoa.
And he will be the shot. He gets in behind his own, but it's back of the button.
You shake? Will you? Say you want. Can we? Well, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, true. What turn do you like here?
You can throw the same out you did for 4.
Yep.
I think the easier shot's this one, Cheryl.
Half. Okay, thin half.
It goes, hopefully for his sake, it goes jam, jam. Here, if he gets it just right, they actually both stay. Because to chase that with a little soft waders, it's perfectly buried.
Yeah, that's the call.
Really bad judgment there. The front end said nothing. They're all worried about the line, and they brought it too far. That had to be higher.
Mistakes.
What we got going on here?
That?
What we got going on with that?
This is so close to the same, just a little tighter to the center line than the shot he made for 4. And same type of shot. Thick half.
Final stone. Right now it is Cooey sitting the 1. Is it a chance here for more multiple points? Already scored a 4. Bang, come across. Yes, it is. Count them up again. 4 more. Jacobs.
Nothing's safe. He's just so dialed in.
8. 4. Nice throw, buddy. Throw, buddy. Great job, boys. Good first half, boys.
Wonderful first half. 4 in the 3rd. 4 more here in 5. Brad Gushue is looking and going, I wonder what else is on TV.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires and OK Tire.
Oh yes, the best teams are here in sunny Saskatoon for this year's trials. And yes, we've seen some wonderful top shots and more still to come.
Is he playing red, yellow, or just a straight pick here, Kathy?
I think he's playing a straight pick, but he's definitely not coming off the guard.
So big weight in turn. Final stone, Matt Dunstone. Just a sliver. Oh man, what a shot.
Sir Jack Hall.
That's a pistol, and a little smile there from Matt Dunstone.
Kevin Cooey's electing to try to run. Trouble with landing gear. Run his corner guard in to try to get to shot stone.
Close, it's close.
Oh, goodness.
4-2.
That is it. Ooey cooey. Good. And you can vote for your favorite AGI Top Shot every day at Curling Canada on Instagram. The Top Shots is brought to you by AGI, storage and handling equipment for agriculture. Down 8-1. And the dream of a second straight Olympics may be fading for Kevin Cooey. Well, the scoreboard tells you all you need to know. 4 in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th for Brad Jacobs as we check the numbers after 5.
Well, they came in as the #1 team, the highest in hammer efficiency at 58%, and this is why you end number 3. Jacobs makes that in-off double for 4. And number 5, it's almost the same exact shot. Makes that out-turn in-off again for 4. And you have to look at the skips numbers. Brad Jacobs, 100%.
Interestingly enough, despite the score, look at Cooey throwing, but it was that 3rd. There wasn't a lot of help there, and he hasn't gotten a lot of help. But with that score now, 8-1, and we will update you, of course. We're going to go over now to the second tiebreaker on the women's side. Earlier today, Carrie Einarson picked up a win over Casey Scheidegger, so back on the ice right away, this time against Krista McCarville out of the Fort William in Thunder Bay. They had the 4 straight blanks. In 5, McCarville gets a single. So here we play in 6, Kathy. And Carrie Einarson from Gimli does have last rock. McCarville, and this is her first.
And the score with all those zeros does not indicate the style of play. In this end alone, Shannon Burchard made a run back triple. Val made a double on her second stone, so there have been a lot of rocks in play. They just get eliminated.
There's got to be like full 8.
Thought they might play the comer on their Kath because the run back's so tough.
And it was very buried.
Without hammer.
Well, you probably don't want to be as deep as T line.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Really great opportunity for Carrie. Try and come around.
Okay, sorry. T? Split the T?
Right here.
Can you hear her? Yeah, I think that's really close here. Okay.
I think we've caught them by surprise.
Yeah.
That we suddenly moved the cameras over now.
We're here. I think they indicated kind of back 8 for the force. Or is she coming right around?
She does make this roll, but I don't also want to
think-
leave her double. So.
I think they're trying to stop a double here.
Mm-hmm. So just back 8.
Okay. So what are you thinking here? 14 and a half?
You could just go open side. I think.
I have to go.
I never like going behind the tee line, but I guess that stops the double, doesn't it?
Yeah, and as long as it's wide open, I don't think McCarville's going to be freezing.
No.
Where?
T line.
there.
T line.
Okay, then T.
And we can take it back.
Yep, go.
We're top 4. Back 4.
Right to my group. Whoa.
Okay, we're there already.
Whoa.
Already there.
Whoa. 14-4.
Good. Okay. Just got past that. That's good. Nice.
Let's make it.
It's a little big, like.
Yeah. Well, we just got to stay.
Little hit and
Where
roll.
we have to be. Full 8. Full 8.
I would have gone.
Full 8 or she just has to draw.
You could have gone open side, but I guess the hit and roll's still there off the top one. So it was kind of pick your poison, I guess. Chance here, you roll a good foot and a half.
10. Yep. Okay.
The good thing about it, I think, Russ, for Einarson is they're behind the tee, so this roll still going to be deep in the house. They probably can get to it.
Get at it, yep.
Might have been the theory.
McCarville, Einarson, Scheidegger all finished with a record of 4-4. And then it came down to the last rock draw distance. And McCarville got the bye to the second tiebreaker, setting up Einarson and Scheidegger this morning. And then Einarson really did have it in her hands. She could have avoided all this, of course, yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But she dropped an 8-4 game to Kelsey Rock, and that brought the others into play, and so that's why we've got 2 women's tiebreakers.
This is, if they get through, if Einarson gets through this game, it's going to be a long day for them.
10?
Yeah, the winner goes on to play Jennifer Jones. We'll have that women's semifinal tonight
Yeah. Okay.
at 8 Eastern time.
Nice.
So a chance for 2.
10. Waste it. Yes. Clean. Yes.
Clean.
Clean.
Burchard
Clean's okay.
just with a dust.
Nice.
There it is. 2. Einarson, first multiple points of the game, come here in 6 to take the lead.
My name is Carrie Einarson. I am a rehab assistant here in Gimli, and I live in Camp Morton, Manitoba, and I am a professional curler. I really started hitting the women's circuit in 2008. I knew right away that I could fit in. We had this Scotties here, provincials in Gimli, and it was just so amazing. And I think we went with a record of 4-3. I knew right then and there that this is what I wanted to do. I would like to thank the Aboriginal Sports Circle for awarding me with this year's Tom Lomboat Award. My message to Indigenous youth now would be never give up on your dreams. If someone like me from a small community can achieve my dreams, then you can too.
And yeah, belated congratulations to Carrie Einarson. The Tom Longboat Awards were established back in 1951 to recognize Aboriginal athletes for their outstanding contributions to sport in Canada. And they have been awarded every year since. And it's recognized by the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, no?
It is. We were able to feature both the male and female winners this year at our Order of Sport induction event, and I was so excited when I saw it was Carrie, and a curler in this country, and well deserved for all she's done. And it was interesting because Carrie Galusha, just at the Northwest Territories Aboriginal Sports Circle Awards, she won just one Athlete of the Year.
No kidding.
Yeah, just this past week, so well done.
And just touching back on Carrie, Cheryl, in some of the work that I'm doing to build this center in Winnipeg, I talked to the elder Norman Mead, and he talked about the impact Carrie has had on Métis youth and how there were so many more young Indigenous people that were watching Carrie and getting so much inspiration in the last 2 years from what she has done. So it's just such a great story.
Well, it is, and I think the key to it is you're highlighting Indigenous role models, and you're putting them up on a platform, and you're allowing other people to have the opportunity to dream as well.
You bet.
And it'll be a final of Guju and Jacobs as Kevin Cooey will shake after just 6. He picks up a late 2, but a dominant 2-end performance, scoring 4 in 3, 4 in 5, as Jacobs wins it 8-3 and will now advance, looking to make the Olympics for the second time. And for his third, of course, Mark Kennedy looking to make the Olympics again for a third time, actually. So there you go, Guju, Jacobs, Battle of the Brads, best all week. Both of them finishing at 7-1, and Brad Guju getting that spot in the final by virtue of his win in round robin. So the two best will meet to see who wears the maple leaf. That's tomorrow night. We'll have it for you Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, gosh.
Oh, sneaky.
Wow, through, touched it on the way by, still made the shot. Ooh.
Oh, very.
You wouldn't even see that shot to call it. Across the face and hit the yellow that thin. That's amazing.
Those are the ones you walk down and say sorry.
Team McCarville's put a lot of pressure on Einarson, but it's either a run back or there was a run triple last end for Einarson. They've been making the big ones at the right time.
Yeah, they seem pretty evenly matched in numbers. I mean, you've got Einarson's team 84% and McCarville at 83, so not a lot to choose.
So 2-1 it is. Einarson leading McCarville, and it's the team from Thunder Bay. Krista McCarville does have last rock, playing the Yellowstones here in 7.
Ooh, that's big, that hung in.
Did I shoot it that heavy? Like, I wanted to shoot it.
Just hanging on the back.
Might take its time.
I agree. Might be closer to 14-7-ish. Yeah.
I'm going to air that.
Okay. Close? I thought we were
Top
close.
4! Top 8! Top 4's hot!
Back 4?
No!
Back 8? Might need to go to that guy.
Freeze the back!
Coming down.
Double!
Coming down. Back 8. T. Back 4. It's really trying to stop.
Well done. No.
Just T.
No. Nope.
All right. That's okay.
Oh, it almost came down, and I think they might have could have left a double there.
Is there a thin double there?
I don't think so. I think it's just stopped high enough.
Can't see enough of it.
Into it? No. Why? It would pop it into the open. run's not bad if you get the side one too.
Yeah.
Right? You got options.
You don't like this at all?
Okay, let's make
No?
this.
Yeah, you do or no?
Let her call.
I really like it. It's
Whichever you like. It just looked a bit hard from here because it's kind of overburied.
We can run it here. Try that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here.
Boy, even you freeze on shot stone, Russ, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's late enough to the end too. Yeah, no kidding. This works, but it'd be tough to get your 2. But you don't want to give up a steal on the other hand.
Yep. Hard.
Kendra Lilly.
The side one is okay.
Hard. Hard. Really hard. Hard. Okay, that's good.
And we'll run it back.
Really good.
Oh.
Really nice.
And spins it in, so they're sitting
Really good
2
shot,
around the
Kendra.
edges.
That's tricky.
It's a great shot.
It's very good.
Because Carey can't afford to throw a guard on shot stone.
No.
Has to hit something.
And you knows that you're not in the rings. If you roll too far, you set up a double.
Kathy, remember we were chatting with Kendra Lilly today, and she saw what you saw this morning when it came to Carey Einarson and wearing her emotions on her sleeve. Carey a little bit more relaxed in this game, do you think?
She is. I almost wonder if that was part of the discussion after how they were feeling in that game, and if that's something that Heather Nettowin pointed out or talked about, because they are a much more relaxed team, and in many ways it should be more uptight about this game, but it really hurt them this morning playing that tight.
Got a girl, good pair.
Yeah, that's interesting, Kathy, because that's the one thing Val Sweeting said to me about Carey is that in order for Carey to play well, she needs to be relaxed and enjoying it out there, and that's part of Val's job. Keep her light.
Just couldn't quite get it. Was not strong.
Yeah. It was still a good brush.
Nine and a half. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Hard.
Sipolo.
Hard.
Now, where's this going to roll to? Oh, roll a little too far and spill out the back.
It's too much weight to hit it in the right spot.
Yeah. Oh, good try. Tough one, Kendi.
Normal, this is the spot.
Yeah, I like normal, yeah.
Come up.
Throw a lot of weight on their soft. Their soft shots aren't soft. Throw a lot of 10s at those. Just hard to hang around with these stones.
Well, again, you go back to they don't play a lot. Maybe they're home ice.
Right.
Yep.
They don't. So if this is what you're practicing on.
Oh, no question. Like that might have stayed at the club, right?
I might look at drawing here if I was Carey, because it's so deep in the house. You roll it all in the blanks and play, which McCarville would love at this point. This is tough to hit perfectly.
Firm. Yep. Yes. Hard. Really hard. Hard, you got it.
And will not hang.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Cheryl.
Just draw.
Good sweeping, Shannon. Good try.
I mean, we could try this.
She's such a good hitter, though. I think that's her kind of go-to.
Yeah.
I like that coming this way.
Good. Sorry. It's okay.
Follow through was quite a bit away.
Yeah, it was 8-5. I thought just a
little snug.
Yeah. I thought they would hold it there, actually.
Yeah.
But
Go a hair more.
I think if we get the blank here, and then next time we got to go harder for 2. Yeah. Like harder than we did this end.
Okay, 9.5. Got to roll here.
Okay.
Well, the front end. This is the 7th, of course. You get your blank here if you're McCarville, and that's why they're saying you go to 8.
Okay.
The even end, now they've got to go. So, but first things first, get the blank.
There's an outside chance here to rolling this right behind their own corner guard.
9.5.
They do have one on that right-hand side when we look at it going down the sheet. And or it'll be on the left now. And there's that roll. Can they? Will it? No, it'll stop there.
Not far enough.
In between? Yeah.
But now it goes to there. Gives them that chance.
Yeah, it does, and now you can try for the force this way. Hit and roll behind that yellow.
Makes me think, Russ, if you want the blank, then just play the hit.
Right.
on it and sit there, or just get a tiny roll. Because attempting that doesn't accomplish anything.
Right. I think that's. I heard them say caught in between. I think they wanted to either roll full or stay where you want it, and they ended up right in between. No, you're right, because this gives a low risk chance here.
8-5. Yeah, a little strong. Whoa. Close, yes. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yes. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
There you go. Wow.
Okay.
Wonderful.
It rolled out the outside, but it's still. What a great shot.
Yeah, that's probably
Well, we rolled.
We did. Yep. Good.
8.5. That's pretty hard to make a
7.
soft roll like that. Would you?
It's hard to tell. Like some have hit dead and some spring. So, but
That works. So the difficulty out here is what?
Well, just knowing what it does out here. We haven't been on this game. If they've been out here, sometimes there's been a little bit of a ledge where it'll come up straight. And you just, but the blank, they've got enough of it to make the blank.
Final stone. McCarville.
Yep. Yep.
Spot, Sipple.
Yes.
Got to stay with it now, because here comes that guard. Well done. Nice. Very well done. Nice shots, both sides. Einarson, McCarville. Blank on the board again. 2-1, but McCarville will have the hammer in the all-important 8th. We started off with 4 blanks to start. First time in trials history in a game. Women's game, there had been 4 blanks at any point in the game.
Line's really good.
McCarville with a single. 2 by Einarson in 6. Another blank, so here we go to 8. 2-1. Einarson leads McCarville with Last Rock playing the Yellowstones.
Close.
We mentioned it in Liverpool, Vic, that Team McCarville, they've got all the tools. The deliveries are spot on. Krista can curl as well as anybody at any time. Little on the defensive side. And in Liverpool, they got down 4 early twice and went to the offense and made everything. And I think they're going to have to start doing that right now.
Line's better.
Well, they threw a corner guard up on this end, so
Yep.
big end to score a couple for them.
Good spot. Good. Good. Back here. Okay.
I honestly think that if they played in an event that ran 2 weeks, they would be in the final. We saw them in Liverpool. They'd hardly played at all. And by the end of the week got very strong. Here, they're getting better and better. They just don't have the reps that most of the teams do.
Well, you're absolutely right. The stats point out their first 4 games, Team McCarville was 79%. Their last 4 games, 87%.
And those are the tough decisions you have to make as a team. Are you prepared to put that time in to go that extra level and be there at the beginning of a week next time?
Hard. Really hard.
Well, coming in, they'd only played 16 games, 13-3.
I think you got it. Gotta roll it out. Keep going. Gotta roll it. Go. Okay.
And we'd made mention, of course, they play in that Thunder Bay Super League, open to both men and women. And they are among the leaders there, beating Al Hackner.
They've made the choice, too, though, is they're very dedicated to practice.
Yes.
I mean, they talk about going for 2 hours on Saturdays and Sundays and after work. And
then Lily comes up from Sudbury about once a month, and she'll spend the weekend. Well, that's another thing, whether you've got somebody out of town.
What they do is brilliant. That's why they're as good as they are. I think just Kathy's right. If they could just get a couple more games in. Like there, they hit that and swept it into the rings. If you don't sweep it into the rings, they can't hit it.
Okay, that's good.
Good job.
Yep.
So now you don't have much to work with. You would have had 2 corners there.
Yes, nice speed.
Go a little. Weight's
Hey,
good.
a little bit of room.
Weight's good. Want to go a little.
Got room. Go if you have to.
Well, you remember they
Mine's
sat
good.
out the
Weight's
Scotties in the bubble, right?
That's
the
right,
whole
too.
team
Mine's good.
elected not to
Gotta
go because of, well, the pandemic
Still.
for one, and then commitment to
Go hard. Hard.
to work at home
And good for them for
and
doing
family.
that.
Gotta go to bury it. Gotta go to bury it. Go really hard to bury it.
Great shot.
Well done by Ashley.
Sorry, we should have switched. Should have switched. I didn't know.
If you high side this run back, hit that yellow that's buried, it might carry him into the center line rock.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes. Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Roll. Watch the roll. Yep.
Drives it by, but rolls in that shooter.
That's all right. Shoot. Pretty good, Chan. Okay.
Shannon
I
Burchard.
kind of thought tap it, but she's gonna have something off the side, right? So I don't mind the freeze. Okay. Really?
Like that. Freeze tap.
I don't mind that freeze.
Yeah, because you've got the, off the red one if you have to.
Yep.
I think the weight's the same here.
So it's kind of that time of the game. You kind of
If we tap it a hair, that's okay, right?
start thinking, get your 2 here. Don't think there'll be a double if it's frozen.
As long as they stay slightly center line side.
Weight's close.
Stay up for line if it's close. Line's
Weight's good.
Hard line if it's close.
Hard. Line's great.
Where are we?
Gotta go. Top
Go
eight.
then. Go.
Sarah
Line.
Fox.
Hard. Hard line.
Kendra Lilly.
Hard.
Gotta go really hard. Gotta go.
Hard.
Okay, well.
Keep it going and bury it.
Keep going. Bury it. Yep. Whoa.
Double.
Yep, I know. I'm trying to get it even.
That might not be bad.
Tricky.
There's a double there.
It's not bad. Well, there's a double, no? Hard, very hard double. Yeah, might have to
Burchard
go
with the
yeah, exactly.
advantage.
I feel like the double would come off shotstone red, clip it maybe even. Or into the side of the reds on the right.
If they can get it thin enough, I think it goes right through everything.
Through the hole.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Whoa.
Val can throw it hard enough.
Val Sweeting
Whoa. Roll it. No. Roll it.
on its own. One and not two.
Okay. Not bad.
But you have to deal with that stone.
It's very flat. Yeah. That's okay.
Val's playing well.
I can roll my way a bit.
You might have to, Vic.
I think we got to move that one off the button. I think so. Don't you guys think?
That.
Yeah. I don't see what else.
Kind of weight do you like? Here? Or less?
A little less. I think I like a little less.
Tough situation, Cheryl. You could
like
freeze
10.5
again, but you could freeze to the corner of your own. That wouldn't be
Is it too risky to freeze into the red-yellow pocket?
on the out-turn side. No, that's a good call.
That might get you. Might get you a chance at an outside 3.
10.5.
This is not wrong either. It's just
10.5. Whoa.
you need to stay for second.
Ash! Hard line. Gotta go. Hard. Roll it. Roll.
Well, at least that yellow doesn't go anywhere.
Not bad.
Threw it well. It just curled on her.
It's not bad, Kendi.
I think that double's there, is it not?
It's not bad.
We're going to play the run.
Yeah.
Even straight back and stick it on the left one.
Yeah, I think you've got some options on this.
Yeah, where do you draw for your second yellow point?
Whoa. No.
Okay.
All right.
Well, gets the shot rock. There's the catcher 2, so it's 2, 3, and 4 belonging to Einarson.
Boy, that really hung on her.
Opens it up.
Yeah. I think not behind his idea.
Or we could freeze here.
I kind of like the side
You could freeze that pocket.
Like, that's pretty nice if we make that freeze.
No separation, though.
Okay. Yeah, I guess both probably would never go.
Yeah, I don't mind that. This spaces them out, but it's harder.
Yeah, we're good with
this one.
Right? Yeah, okay, let's make it.
So it's top 8.
I worry a bit on the out-turn freeze to the wings that if it ever doesn't come up or you rub off, then you leave a double. And
Hair of a slower pass. Just a little, though. Okay.
I know you're grouping these, but you get them right into that pocket, and one's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, just don't move them.
Right, right.
Perfect delivery.
I want to go over the other car.
Might be getting a hair slower here. It sure did in our game, but
Running a bit.
We got to go for weight.
Okay, go. Line's good. No, it's got to curl a bit. It's got to curl. It's got to curl.
Well,
it's got to curl big time.
Sarah.
Sarah, you got to go. Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Go, 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 go. Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
that's good.
It just curled enough at the end.
Nice weight, Kendra.
Yeah, it's always a danger with those. You leave it on the high side.
Perfect weight.
You're looking at a bundle.
Set him up for a pretty nice double.
Ash was a bit snug and went there.
Yeah.
So I thought I gave you like similar. Or,
Great weight by
not
Kendra on that
similar,
one.
but, like where I thought she was.
Perfect shot.
So I think you're right. It's getting a little later in the game, the slide path. You might have to, you're guessing a bit. Is it coming down slightly?
Not sure. It looks taking quite a bit of ice. They're looking at just a nose hit and stay there, maybe. So they're not getting both.
Yeah. We'd have been throwing here.
Okay. On the nose? Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
These are tough because the one you're trying to stay in front of is going to move a bit. So you got to hit it like a 1/4 inch high side because it's going to our left.
Skip Stones here in 8. Harry Einarson out of Gimli, Manitoba.
9-5-9.
Nothing yet.
9.
Mayor Burchard
Whoa. On its own. Okay.
on its own is right. And it'll snuggle up. Corner frozen. Shot rock, though, does belong to McCarville.
Like full focus. That's okay. Still a good spot. Yeah.
Like she expected more out of that, Cheryl.
Yeah, I think so. I think she was hoping it would come up a bit, but you know what? McCarville's didn't either. It hung.
Do you want me to come out here?
Kendra's.
I should be okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Try and sit 2 here.
Yeah,
Guys need full 8.
Okay, so really top 8.
It's tricky because you go there, there's a double. So you'd like to get it into there, but you have to be closer than this one.
She said even. She'd like even. Okay.
It's tricky. Like if it frees solid in the corner,
I think so.
you're only sitting 1. Maybe top 8, wide open.
Might be the best.
It's just over curling doesn't do you much.
Really?
Krista McCarville, who came out of the pre-trials
Where are we? Still running. Top 8.
in Liverpool a couple of weeks back. She was a winner over Jacqueline Harrison to qualify.
We're not even. Should we go back 4?
Oh, watch out leaving the double.
Take it back, make it
Can I
thinner.
go a little?
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
And back it goes, and it does stop for second
Couldn't go
shot.
much.
It's actually pretty good.
That's good. Good throw, Chris.
Where does that red go? Red, yellow, yellow.
Like out of her hand. Yeah, it's worth a try. Definitely worth a try. Yeah.
No, it might go.
Have Shannon take a look at it.
Shannon?
Kind of drag it down a
I'm
bit
seeing
even.
A little high.
It's going right there, so we know it's going to drag. Will it drag enough?
A little high.
A little high? Yeah, I think you got to hit it a little high to get it over the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so half rock. Half rock? Yeah. Okay.
I think there's a great chance of this jamming, Cheryl, because it's hard to get the drag when you're only got a piece of the rock. When you're more on top of the second rock, you'll get the drag down towards the hack.
Yep.
There it is right there. So if they hit this super thin and keep that angle, it could go across the top.
All right.
You hit it thick, it'll drag a little.
Krista might have got very fortunate where this landed. A little higher, it's the in-off double.
Yes. Throw this hard enough, it could hit part of that yellow and squeeze out far enough. I think she knows that it'll drag right onto it.
Einarson, final stone. Right now it is.
Yep.
McCarville sitting the 2. Burchard right on it, out of her hand. trying to hold it. Half a rock, angle it back. Like that. Got it, stuffed it. And so it will be a draw for 2.
I don't think it ever went.
Yeah, you'd have to paper that.
And we want to welcome those of you who have been watching La Liga on TSN5. Welcome to Saskatoon and our last weekend coverage of the Tim Hortons curling trials. This is the second ladies tiebreaker between Kerri Einarson of Gimli, Manitoba, Krista McCarville from Thunder Bay. Earlier today, Einarson was a winner over Casey Scheidegger to advance. We've already had one final. That was the men's semifinal. Brad Jacobs, Sault Ste. Marie won handily, 8-3 over Kevin Cooey. It lasted only 6. So Jacobs is now on to the men's final against Brad Gushue tomorrow night.
Oh, and a big opportunity for 2 here.
Same shot. That's a skip stream, isn't it?
And it settles down for a couple. The all-important 8. With last rock converting, McCarville gets 2 to take the lead. Here in the home of the Saskatoon Blades of the Western Hockey League, we are at SaskTel Center. This all started last Saturday. 2 9-team fields, women, men, 8-game round robin, and now we're down to this women's tiebreaker. 2 men's teams remain. The winner of this will go on to play Jennifer Jones in the women's semifinal tonight. So Kerri Einarson does have the last rock, has the hammer here in 9, playing the Redstones. 5 points scored. And right now, this is the lowest combined score in trials history. Rachel Holman and Krista McCarville, 4-2. They played 6 points back in 17.
A little bit of a discussion here on what they wanted to do. They talked about throwing the corner, and then front end said they didn't mind this tick and roll on with the shooter.
This is an interesting dilemma because if McCarville's team makes everything perfect, they're forced, but you've now got, what, 7 chances to make doubles. It's a pretty good call if you're going to blank. You could even throw another guard if you're Krista.
Yeah. Oh, I might have considered that.
Hard, Kendra. Hard, Kendra. Hard. Sit. Nice. Good.
Ooh, pretty nice.
And everything's key here for McCarville to hang around.
Otherwise,
that was close. Like
the blank is on.
Is it coming up here a little bit?
It should come up a hair at the end.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Yep. Hard. Clean. Easy. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Good.
Once you know you have it like Kerri did, you sweep it and try to keep it out there as far as you can to hope for an error here.
Nice throw, Brianne. Thanks. Good sweeping.
As I don't see a double at this point.
No, it might be a long time coming.
Ashley Sipola.
Whoa, easy. Whoa.
I know you'd love to get the blank if you're Einarson. You're down by 1, take that last rock home. But
Go.
and no. So this maybe never mind.
Yeah.
The blank's on.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you if that would hang in the rings. Do you think Einarson would do anything because they're so spread out? Would she do anything to try and generate some offense?
Yeah, I think she'd hit and roll to the center towards one or the other, and hit and stay, and wait for a possible double opportunity.
Got to go on this. Sweeting. Oh, gosh.
How do you throw the guard, Cheryl?
I'd think so.
Yep, there we go.
So it's
Seems
I think the issue on her first guard was it was just too tight. Made that easy, get that halfway. Sliding pretty nice.
Interesting, when you think after that split was made, they were shot rock. They could have thrown the guard, and the guard could not be removed. Now it can.
Yeah, halfway.
With a very good peeling team.
Okay, it's really out there.
Try to get it tight.
Gotta go. Bring
Sarah
the center.
Pott from the right. Kendra
Hard.
Lilly
You gotta bring the center. Go hard.
on the left.
Gotta go really hard.
All the way, go, go,
Corner guard at this point.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going.
Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard. Good sweep, guys.
Not quite to center line.
I know, I'm trying.
Kind of like there and then popping it a bit out.
Okay, so relaying the message about the delivery of Ashley Sipola.
Yeah, a little backward motion, and they're just not curling up to that center.
Oh, no, no.
Shannon Burchard.
Clean, clean. Okay. Good. Nice.
You could move the guard around too. Sometimes you'll get a mistake if you can move it to the wings, and it doesn't have to be a center guard to get the
really
force.
nice here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Weight's good. It's tight on its own.
Okay.
This team has been together since 15.
Yeah, it looks like lots right now.
After Lily came out of juniors as one of the top
gotta let
junior
it die.
players in Northern Ontario. And tried it on her own for a while,
think in this
skipped
spot
her
we
own
should
team.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure we were really in.
Okay.
We are. It's really fast. Like, I didn't think she, like, she threw it too hard for guard, but
Yeah. That's
also,
like draw to the button speed.
that's
Good talk from the front end there, even though it was a missed shot. They're trying to decide the different paths, relaying it to Kendra.
9.
Yep.
Clean.
Yep. 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 Clean. 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 Yep. Yep. Clean. Yep. Good.
Nice throw.
Right over.
You know, you're talking about all the practice this team does in Thunder Bay, and a lot of it is under the guidance of this man, Rick Lang, the three-time Canadian twice world champion. He's worked with Brad Jacobs. I'm sure he's pretty proud of Brad as well. Has worked with Curling Canada as a performance consultant for many years.
Yeah, he's been Krista's coach for a very long time.
How lucky are they?
And Krista even gives Rick so much credit for the practices, because she said, you know, he'll play scenarios for them, different game scenarios, set them up. So much opportunity to learn.
This team's got their eyes on the Thunder Bay Scotties too.
Pair more. 8-5. Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Clean. Clean.
More weight.
Roll it. Roll it out. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. 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 Hard. 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 Good. Good.
Didn't want to leave it out of the rings by an inch or two where McCarville can freeze. These are the ends I used to hate, because if you're Einarson, you've known for 15 minutes that you have to hit and roll out.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Anything
here.
else is unacceptable.
Let's take a hair more. Same line. Yeah.
Please don't miss it. Please don't nose it.
Don't flash. I've seen the odd flash on a blank at my own hands.
Definitely less than here.
Trying so hard to make it.
Yeah, it's like draw to the button. Like,
Yeah, it's nice speed here.
Skip Stones.
Nice to get a free pass at one here, and it might have to do this in the 10th end.
A little bit tighter line.
That looks tight line.
Have a look. On the guards.
Hold for. Have a look.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay.
I don't need to have a look.
Here, I'll take it.
Go, Kendra.
Sliding
Go, go, go.
beautifully. That didn't slow down at all in a tighter path.
Kendra's ran out there longer.
And that was right across the middle, too.
That was quite a bit less than I threw
Oh, I know.
down there.
Yeah, going the other way, because that was her draw, was through the slide path for the deuce.
It was top 4. I got 15-1.
Yeah.
So draw weight letting her down just a little bit, not there obviously, and out curling Einarson overall. Player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Boy, 15-1, Russ, that's the fastest we've heard. It's been mostly kind of 14.5 ice.
Whoa. Clean.
Yeah, a little strong.
Clean. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Just easy
Yep.
clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You're good.
Good judge.
Okay. Good call.
Yeah.
I was just tight on mine too.
Yeah.
Get the blank here. Carrie Einarson will be the same spot
might
she
roll
was
to
this
the other side
morning
of the 4, but-
after dropping a
Try to roll
3.
something different.
She's
Yeah.
one down coming home with. Managed to get her
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, she got 3 to win. She was down 6-5 to Casey Scheidegger. I'm sure she said, shouldn't even been that close. She popped a 4 in the third and then watched Einarson come back, scoring 3 in the 9th. The lead.
Whoa.
9.5.
Well, she also made a call that Cheryl and I were talking about between draws. She was up 1 and had the opportunity to blank the 8th, and she elected to draw for the single. And then she lost hammer and gave up a 3.
Yeah, that
I
was
would have blanked there.
for sure.
Good. Good, Chris. This way. A little more.
A little more?
No. Yeah. It should come up here.
You notice they
You like
didn't
that,
talk
Ike?
with you about it, Russ. It was
No,
just between the two of them.
I actually did make note of that.
I went to the voice of reason.
Thank you.
I was at the buffet.
Yes.
Hold it.
Kathy and I were working.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get it.
So looking for the all-important blank. Here is Carrie Einarson from Gimli, Manitoba.
Clean.
Good solid
Yeah,
throw.
more clean.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah. Clean.
Clean.
Clean. Clean at the most.
Still backing up.
Just a
It's
dust.
fly. Everyone's nervous about it.
Yeah. That time of the game, isn't it? Everybody's just a little nervous. The winner of this will advance to the semifinal against Jennifer Jones. From here in Saskatoon, we want to remind you to watch The Voice. Ariana Grande shakes things up as the newest coach on The Voice. All new Mondays at 8, 9 Mountain. Get into it only on CTV and set your PVR. Hello there. Hi. What a nice mask. I like your mask.
And the perfect dress for a curling game.
Yes.
All dressed up for this women's tiebreaker on a Saturday afternoon here in Saskatoon. So here we go to the 10th, 3-2. McCarville leads it, but it is Carrie Einarson that does have the last rock. She has the hammer playing the redstone.
By the length of that corner guard, Cheryl, I'm guessing they're going to stack 2 on the same side.
Throw a couple.
And then the question becomes, do you need 2 corner guards?
Yeah, Bosh. Where are we?
Because Team McCarville will throw tight guard, long guard right down the middle, I'm guessing.
Go, Kendra, go. Gotta go. Just go, go. Just, whoa, easy. Yep. Yes.
Well, and play this out, Russ. If your corner guard was halfway, let's say that, well, they're going to play the tick to go in. I was thinking then you could play the come around freeze on shot stone.
Yes, yes.
Which I like. I like this call too.
I love this call because you get your second corner, a third one for that matter, and you open everything up. Because you don't, my point was you throw the second quarter, then you're chasing.
Right.
Wait, yes.
It's like you never get your chance at your deuce.
Yes.
Real close.
Going to come down and catch the top. Close, but no.
Boy, 4 great curling shots. Right in the butt where you want it. Perfect guard for Team McCarville. Long guard and a nice tick shot.
Did it get?
Nice good over curl.
Hard line.
Whoa, it's
Okay,
over
way
curling.
over curling. Gotta stop. Way over curling right now.
Tight. No,
Not
sit.
quite tight. Gotta sit.
Shoot. Sit. Sorry,
Okay.
guys. Soft?
Oops. Yeah, just talking about maybe soft on the release. She had to be.
Last hand it didn't curl enough for her, and I think she made the
People
adjustment.
try to pop and then you frickin' soft it. I told myself.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Think back.
Yeah.
Remember, she had that pop, I guess, and McCarville had said to Lily, make sure you point it out to her. Now it's in her head.
Yeah.
And she tried not to do it and softed it.
It's good. Like you're rolled down. Go. Other way. Other way, Brienne. Brienne. Yep. Yes. Hard.
It does raise the point or question why, if as a skip, unless it's really, really something serious, do you mention it in a game or just ice her differently?
I found what worked for me was maybe it's at the first end or at the start of a bonspiel, you'd try to correct it. But this late ninth end in a sudden death game, I wouldn't tell anybody. I'd just take a little more ice for that player.
10. Sarah.
Or less ice in that case.
Hard, Sarah. Really hard. Hard, Sarah. You gotta go. Keep going. Go, go, go. Okay.
You like that? Yeah.
Great part about this roll is it doesn't look like there's a port between the two reds.
No, I think they got lucky enough it didn't roll much further.
Mm-hmm.
Although there's a lot of separation.
Yes,
You might
yeah.
get enough curl with the intern.
Soft weight intern.
Mm-hmm.
Weight's good. 10, 5, 10. 10. This way. Yep.
Blame B, going the other way.
Brienne, hard. Hard to stick. Hard.
Sit 9-5. Sit down.
Another turn. And one more coming back. Not quite. So they've got two outside, just outside.
9-5, she said.
Think how close both those reds were to being in the rings. And now the momentum flips.
Yeah, I think you're good. You should be out on the good stuff.
Yeah, so my guard in the last end came
In.
in.
I think a hair more than that, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's what I was thinking.
I liked it.
Okay, line's
Close. I don't think we're out enough.
I think we gotta go. Okay, go. Line's great. Hard line. It's light. Yes, you gotta go. Hard line. Hard line. Really hard.
Kendra Lilly. And it's light, so it's all for Cipolla now and Potts. Got it high, drag it, take it back. Oh, they brought it underneath. It may just have peaked a little bit on that outturn side. Good shot.
Yeah, really good brushing.
Sweet. Good throw, Kendra. Good shot.
It's light. Yes, you gotta go. Hard line. Hard line. Really hard. Go, guys, go. Hard.
Dance around those stones.
High. Go, go, go. Hard as you can go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. More.
Carrie's going to use those two as guards.
Yeah, you kind of have to, don't you?
Yep, line. Yep. Line only, top four.
Val Sweeting.
That's good. Yep. That's four. Whoa then. Whoa. Yep. Line
Come
only.
down.
Line's great. Line's great.
It's real close.
Back 4.
Lots of room.
Yeah, top, back 8 even.
The good stuff.
Sit down.
And finally
Okay, Val,
does.
my fault.
Sits back 12. Yeah, you've both talked about this buildup of pebble on the edges, so there might be coming off a little bit, as they have been saying. It's a little bit of a ledge. Also, maybe a little panic in a little bit of the brushing, right? Because you're out that wide.
Most events, most curling clubs, not all of them, but most clubs out really wide is the slowest spot. Not here,
Not in the arenas.
unless there's frost.
Plus, I get the sense that it's faster this game. They're
Yeah.
they're getting 15s and
True.
So where do you want to go with this?
I think they're going around, aren't they? Top 4?
They are.
It's not heavy, though.
And one more time here, Lily, and it's up to Cipolla and Potts again.
Line only.
If they've got this, they dragged the first one. Look at this now, right around. Where are they going to go? T-line, 4. Oh, goodness. Sitting the 2.
There you go.
2 beauties.
Well done.
Oh, we're cutting them down.
Well, that's it, right? It's about cutting down the scoring area.
Just make it really tough for that deuce.
Well brushed.
Sit.
I guess in the perfect world you'd be a foot higher, but nice shot.
There you go. Line only. Whoa. Sit. Okay.
Get one to go to.
What if I get 2 of those 2 and leave a corner?
Get it that way, but I would rather play it that way to get them all.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Okay. Intern?
Yeah.
If you ever do that, you make your rest of the end that much simpler, and you would be sitting 1.
Okay, let's do it, Val.
What do you think, Cheryl? The freeze is the other option.
Mm-hmm.
Both tough.
Yeah.
The only thing that could go wrong here is you might roll for a perfect center.
Yeah.
Depends on where they're trying to hit it.
And she's going to come around, and then you have to follow her.
Close. Clean, yep.
Sweetie.
Whoa.
How many are you going to catch here?
Whoa. Yes.
Late licks. Run it back. 1. And drives it by Shot Rock. But does open it up. Leaves a center line guard.
Okay, good.
That's good. Sorry about bells.
It's good and it's bad. They got unlucky there's a center guard now, but that was a great shot to open it up.
But you're right. That's center line's an advantage for McCarville now.
You kind of just knew that was going to happen.
It's tougher to touch them all than I thought.
Yeah.
Nearly got them all.
It's real hard.
Yeah.
Timeout.
But still, don't you want to go top 4?
Yeah.
Or we could go top 4 or we can guard it.
No, I like top 4.
You like top 4?
Well, I think if we guard it, she would go around everything.
Yeah.
And even if she makes the perfect roll, you have the line from your first.
Are the lines tight enough to Christmas tree it? So
Yeah, like right here would be perfect.
Yeah, if you're like, I almost think you want
open.
to not give her the inside edge on
Yeah,
that.
I guess
And
if
you're
we-
almost like
this,
But I think that's
Well, a
better.
piece of-
Yeah.
Just touch the center line,
Yeah.
right? With the.
Yeah.
Or
Is that
not
good
even,
enough?
maybe, but yeah.
We just have to be careful to not
Yeah.
leave her like a double.
Where's the
Yeah, I
ice?
think you need to just be buried a little bit.
Yeah.
What ice?
Bury it pieces.
But if you leave her a double, you're still.
Spot where it runs.
No,
but,
that
you know,
shot
you
not
gotta
out.
keep it out in that good
Well,
stuff.
this is close to the draw the button.
Yeah, that's what you want,
Yeah.
right?
Which I think-
A little bit more.
Maybe a hair more.
Well,
than
Ash
speed
was
here.
here on draw the button. She was just on the inside.
Oh, that
or
was
you,
me,
sorry.
yeah.
You were.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
want
just
to be
on
out
the
there.
inside,
Ashes,
right?
Ashes won't curl.
No, it's Kendra's.
Yeah.
Canvas.
Kendra's. Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that fair that a 2-time world champ could put the broom down?
It is.
Me too. I think it's draw to the button.
Draw to the button.
speed.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go. So you go back to what you threw when you had your draw to the button.
That
Yeah,
says
we
a lot
think
about
out
the
here
ice
on
and
this
how well
ice,
it's
you're
held
draw
up.
to the button
Oh,
speed.
no kidding.
It's 9 ends ago. So just split center, bite 4-foot.
Rick was thinking maybe a
Like
bit of a
picture
Christmas
that
tree
maybe
too.
a
Just
4-4-3.
this one guard half the back one. You can't leave it wide open to be a double to sit 2.
Yeah,
Gotta-
that's the risk.
Yeah.
Close. I would like to go little. Line the hair tight. Okay. Weight's good.
Gotta go,
Yes, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Where are we?
Hard line.
Needs a big draw here.
Hard line.
67% so far. McCarville. This guard is coming up here. Looks like she may be a little light.
Go bounce. Whoa.
Okay.
So she'll protect anyway.
She was just soft on line.
Is that a little...
So we joined this game midway through, of course. And, McCarville with that single, Einarson with the deuce, and then she got that all-important blank in 7 to score 2 and 8 for the lead at the moment. And look at that, both teams at 84%. The winner will go on to play Jennifer Jones tonight. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Yeah, just great numbers when it matters so much.
Speed should be good.
opportunity to freeze.
I think Krista got right fully out to the berm. She would have made that. The weight was there, but it just curled into the little bit slower path.
Now, does that, where that stone ended up,
Hey guys, what are you thinking for speed here?
that McCarville stone, does this affect his draw at all? Or?
Well, it pushes Carrie out a little bit further. But
it's buried.
It's, yeah, just, but the good thing is she doesn't have to move the yellow stones, just freeze down on top of it.
Yeah, I like working 7 for T.
So just a straight draw. And as we saw with Krista's, this curls.
Down by 1.
Line's good. T, back 4, back 4. Wait,
Trailing 3-2.
Go!
Carrie Einarson, her first. Now they got it.
Whoa! Lots of weight. Lots of weight.
Now Mayer trying to help this over. Sweeting calling line. Help it over. Keep it coming over. Oh, now you got to sit down, and it does. Pushing it back. Shot stone. But it is in the open. T-line in the 8-foot.
Probably see air. You can see
Yeah, it
air.
feels pretty good.
There, but it was a tough shot because you're always, I mean, I know you're trying to sit too, but you're always rolling open.
Yeah.
And giving this shot
Might have
back
been better
in.
to get to the nose and bump it a foot. Or as you said, don't even bump it, just
No,
freeze.
Just freeze on it. It's just so tough. Almost. You make this freeze. What do they do?
I imagine they're going to hit the red one.
I would think so. Hit
Because it's shot.
and roll in.
Roll in.
Yeah, it's a
But
score.
nose, do we get this?
Yeah. But I'm saying if we make the roll, she'd have a tough shot.
Yeah, if we make the roll, she's
But
a
don't
tough
get
shot
cute
here.
with
Yeah,
the guys.
no,
you
I
know what
know.
I'm saying?
Like a
Nose
10?
a little bit in
I
is
would
great,
give it like-
isn't it? And keep in mind
We can
the
see
double.
air, right?
on
Yeah,
that,
you put air.
She has the double. I think.
I
it's
agree,
going
though.
off. The nose is good too, though.
Yeah,
What does she
yeah.
have if we
Nose
nose?
or to roll in. Yeah, let's call 10 and try for
And
the
Rick
roll.
made a great
I'm just
point.
saying,
You don't have to be too cute with the guard.
Yeah.
A nose works too for the force.
Not really even.
She can't roll out.
If we're cute to that guard, we roll it out.
No.
That would leave a double.
Well, there's not a ton of air.
They're trying to go here, which is perfect. Rick brought up a great point. You put it there, yes, they can hit it. But to make the double, it probably does that, and they don't get their 2 points, and you'll never save the shooter anyway. So as he said, don't get cute with the guard. So make sure you're
Go for
by.
nose or roll
Once
in
you're
a
by,
little.
you can let it curl. Slight roll, and it's a tough one. The other option would be make the double.
McCarville and her last.
Easy 10.
Easy 10.
Whoa, yeah,
Lily calling line. Big scrub. Again. Hunt. Sipala. Big scrub. Here comes that guard. Oh, all over it. Got too cute.
Like that.
Oh, guys.
Tough one, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's good, hey?
Yeah, you
That's-
got lots of room now, yeah.
Who said they were ready? Kendra.
It's okay.
That was a lot of weight. Because they throw so much weight, they played it tight.
13-2.
You could hit the back one, Cheryl, with the in turn. Skip's preference.
So
Oh, Carrie Einarson
14-5.
earlier today
14-8, 14. Yeah.
found the winning formula. Down by 1 to score 3 against Scheidegger.
Yeah, you know it.
Now has a chance here to pick up the deuce
Yeah.
and advance to the semifinal.
I don't know. Maybe we should have had her off. Play just 9.5 and just thought, nose it.
Love it. In the good stuff. In the good
You love to hear that, don't you? From your front end, love it. Out of the hand, loved it. Mayer, Burchard, as the crowd gets into it. Here at Sasktel Center, second tiebreaker for the women of the day. Looking for a spot in the semifinal.
Look out. It goes by. She missed
Gotta
it.
sit down. Oh, and she won't get it as it slides on through.
Yeah, a little bit. We couldn't move
As
it
the
very far
crowd
ahead.
drones here on a missed opportunity. And a puzzled look from Carrie Einarson. They loved it out of her hand, but it just kept on sliding. Boy, reminiscent of the Scotties. Settling for one. McCarville will have the hammer in the extra.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Getting lots of support from back home in Thunder Bay. Krista McCarville. Carrie Einarson. A lot of support for her. Marilyn and Jeff, her mom and dad, are here. And about 100 people, a couple of bus loads made the trip from the Gimli area, Winnipeg area, to Saskatoon. There are some of them. They have their Einarson jerseys on, and yes, certainly in a bit of shock, to say the least. You had a draw for the win, settled for the single. Here we go, 3-3 to an extra, and it will be Krista McCarville that does have last rock playing the Yellow Stones. And boy, now you have to, if you are Einarson, somehow park that. But not unlike it was in 20.
It's very similar, yes. Yeah, and we know what happened there. She drew the pin to win the Scott Tournament of Hearts. I think what happened was Krista McCarville threw the right weight on her come around, her first shot, and but she was narrow, and it curled into the slower path. Teams watched that closely. Then they went a little wider for carries, and they loved it, but it was just too good a spot.
Yeah. I'm just a little surprised on Krista's. It wasn't like a board weight. It'll take a little bit more ice.
And they don't do that.
No, it was a lot of weight, and you have to be super accurate. And you're not bringing the brushers into play very much either.
That's the only shot I'd love to see them play a little more often. They've got that shot when they need it. I don't know whether it jumped on or not. They didn't yell sweep early. Very fortunate that they're still out here. Over curl on the first tick opportunity, ticked it back 8, but left to center guard. So now there's 2 of them.
Room. Sliding like it's heavy.
It's really good.
Kendra, you have to go, Kendra.
Yep.
Go, Kendra, go.
Kendra, hard.
Go, Kendra. You got to bury it.
You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. You got to
deep.
deep.
Whoa.
Good, Sarah.
Smart not to brush that. Burying it doesn't matter.
No. Behind the tee does.
Yeah.
But I think speeds, you're still like 14.5.
Yeah, it felt nice for me.
14.7-ish.
If you get in the inside early, it just comes off a bit.
See, if you remember 20, the difference was she gave up the steal of 2 to Homan to tie.
Right.
Her draw was heavy.
Yeah. Right.
So that's why she maintained the last rock.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
And then she had the draw for the win in the extra. This time, however, gets just the single, and now the hammer goes to the other side.
She doesn't have last rock.
Val, can you try?
It's big.
Hard Val, gotta go. Line only. Still line only. Hard Val, gotta go. Yep. Beauty. Nice.
That's good.
Great shot.
Nice Shannon, not a girl.
That's a wonderful
Feel
spot.
the one. Just make sure you got the one.
Yeah. Good call.
Got it,
In a good spot.
Little bit of coaching from third Val.
Tracy Fleury is the leader when it comes to steals. Einarson second.
Take it, okay, that's fine. That's good, Ash.
That's fine, Ash. What did you say that bad on my first one?
Or do we tap that again?
I think I like the guard.
I like a guard.
Okay.
You want to leave that as late as you can.
Don't give them too many chances to get out of it.
No, we're over. I think so too.
Good. Good travel well, guys.
Line only. We're halfway.
Whoa.
We're right by that yellow one.
Can we
We
come
might
here?
be able to get past it.
I think it's coming down. We're just before it.
Oh, I think you're
We're right about around here somewhere.
Oh.
Sit.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice chance to open it up.
Trying to get them both.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa, Sarah. Sarah, hard for peace. Hard. Gotta go, go.
Got something.
Okay.
And we'll still leave just the off center. McCarville does spin another one in.
That's good, Ash. Yeah. Yeah, slide's nice here, Val.
There was an outturn hit on that yellow McCarville rock. It's gone now with that guard. So that could actually hurt Einarson.
2, 3, weight's good. 3.
Line's good.
Line only, we're there already. 2, 3.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Coming down the bit. Gotta go a bit. It's hard to get
You
past.
can go for line 2.
Well,
Yeah.
easy.
Line's
Work.
nice.
You can
Right
finish
past
it.
it.
It's
a little short.
Finish it.
Yep.
Finish it.
Don't want to group them again.
Yep. Right here.
I think we're good.
Yep.
Nice.
Good.
I think we tried over the top.
Good
I think you have to
good.
try the double, don't you?
I think so.
Pick the one that was just thrown. You're still in trouble.
I think that's what she's calling
Yes,
across
yes.
the top. Yeah.
Kendra Lilly,
Yep. Really hard.
as it gets very quiet here at Sasktel Center in this extra end. Run it back. Oh, and just by their own shot. Stone nearly picked it off the lid.
Nice shot,
Boy,
Kendra.
great shot, Kendra.
Nearly got the top red, too.
She did.
Great shot.
86% for Kendra. Nothing wrong with that in a big game.
Did it touch it?
Oh, it did.
I think it did.
It did.
Here, lad.
Watch.
Think it's there.
Yep,
Yeah.
just a little
Oh.
graze on the way by.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
About the same. A little more even. Needs to get out of here.
Yes, curling like it's fine. Clean if you can.
Okay,
Clean if you
You got some
can.
more legs in
Yep,
the last
yep,
one.
yep.
Yep. Good.
Nice. Good serve, Val.
Perfect spot.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep, hard.
Boy,
I keep seeing
Hard.
girls licking.
barely let it go.
Okay, clean.
Shot, Kendi.
Hi,
We're
girl.
making you sleep on those.
So Skip Stones in this extra. McCarville is the shot rock at the moment.
You can guard this up, guard your own more than anything.
Yep.
If Kendra decides to guard
Really
hers,
nice
there's
here.
still that in off
Slimmer
off
the
the
same
yellow
as the other way. Yeah.
for Einarson.
Pretty good here. It's definitely fastest on the ice.
Would you ever tap it now?
Oh, no, I like one more guard.
Yeah.
I think I like one more guard. See what they do, and then if you get the chance, you can tap on your last. There's still that outturn pick, too, on the yellow.
That's right.
Clean if you can.
Little left
Yep,
of Val.
yeah, line a bit. 2, 3. Yep, hold it out there.
Nice, good.
2, 3, 2. You're just
Those
tight
are
on
good.
line. Yeah, line.
Dying.
Hard.
Well, try
Gotta
to
go
go
a
center.
little later. Yep. Hard.
Yep, hard.
Hard.
Yep,
Hard.
hard. Go.
Hard.
Yep,
Whoa,
little
whoa,
more. Good.
Good. That's good. Nice carry.
Too high?
Well,
Yeah, I
yep.
think so.
And I don't think it curled enough either.
You could chase that red one now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't
if
know.
I make it good, it's still not
The
good.
outturn looks
That's the thing,
pretty
right?
enticing.
What do you guys like?
I'm just
Should we call a timeout, do you
Maybe
think, for this one?
Only because, so if we peel and she bumps,
Yeah.
even if you blast, you're not out countering
No, I
this
know.
guy. That's the issue.
Call a time? So what else would we call, though,
I don't
other
know.
than the peel?
Well,
Come
the
around
only
and
thing
bump?
is if we try to chase this to here, I mean, I'm still probably rolling.
Yeah.
But
Because
you're
we just-
opening
we-
up a little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah,
of
but she's
the-
gonna freeze here, then freeze tap. What's that?
Then you have a pick. We could throw this.
But then we leave her that.
She still has that.
But then you always have
Yeah, we have a time.
Yeah, we have a time.
Timeout.
Yeah, each team gets 4.5 minutes thinking time and one 90-second timeout.
We peel. The best if she does
She's gonna
tap
go
that
tap.
to freeze.
And she's right on the button.
She's got to move it a foot.
Yeah, still.
Still, though.
So she's here.
She has a lot of room for
And
air.
then we
'cause
don't
she has
have a
this.
double.
got it.
Exactly. That guy's the.
I almost think we have to chase that one.
I kind of think we
Chase
do
it
too.
how with the out
Yeah.
Hit and
and
roll.
try to sit.
That was my first thought, is
Or even
chase
try
that
to
top
tap
red.
it.
I think you have to. With soft weight, just,
Yep.
just bump it a
If
couple
you
feet.
peel, we got a real tough one.
Yeah, you do. But she's got a, yeah.
I think we have to go
have
after
to
that
chase
one.
it,
You would have that in off, of course, but that's not something you want to leave
Like,
yourself.
no, I
Chasing
think we
this
have
to
to try
here?
to move that.
That's not a bad shot.
Or do we just draw?
No,
Or
because
freeze.
then she's
No.
got
Yeah.
the in-turn tap.
Okay. I think you have to move it.
Yeah, I think we have to move it too.
Okay.
So I got to throw probably back 8,
I'm just thinking we are going to roll off, though,
I know.
right? So then she is going to,
If she
makes
doubles,
that
though,
double.
then you
If
will
she
either
doubles,
have
a draw
you'll
tap
either
on
have a
this
hit
side.
on this or a draw on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so back 8.
Yeah, if you roll away and she makes the double,
Yeah.
you've still got
It's a very
The whole
most of the
forefoot
forefoot.
or
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
So say back 8.
It's actually really good.
Because you'll have a
Plan.
shot then, right?
I
like back
It's a
12.
long guard.
I would visibly
gotta
try
kind
to
of
tap
tight
that
it if we
red
get
in
guard
my
like
head
that.
to the other red.
Yeah. Hang out.
Just back 8 foot weight, and then I don't think you roll very far. And to your point, even if it's open, they make the double. They're not even in the forefoot.
No, nope, you've got the draw.
You can't leave that 1 foot tap.
Like that same path that I took.
Frozen behind. Yeah, no.
You can almost get to the nose here if you really had to.
Yeah, like if you wanted to stay on.
Yeah,
the
you're
red
right.
side,
Russ, the
side
guard's
you've been
long.
playing. Because, yeah.
Krista McCarville,
Little solid.
silver medalist at the Scotties back in 16 when she lost to Chelsea Carey. Trying to somehow find a way into the semifinal of this year's curling trials. Got it by, they do.
Keep going. Keep going. Red.
Go.
And exactly what you said. Play it as if you were wanting to tap it back to the other red.
It gives us a shot, Chris.
That's just fantastic. I know it opens it up and it gives a freeze opportunity, but let's say the freeze is made. You've got to bump it, don't forget. So the yellow's got to come back here a little bit. Then you've got a very makeable high weight double.
Play off your own.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it worked out very well.
I think so.
Even if she comes off here, it goes into here.
That's what I'm wondering. Do we want to be 1-2? Is all, or do we just get shot?
Timeout.
If we bump it too far, I think she's just playing a hack weight array on nose.
I guess.
Yeah.
But she can always come off of our one, or
Yeah.
that one. That's where I'm.
Because, yeah, if she comes off of that one, also, like, they're so close, she could almost cross
You're
it.
right.
Like,
Linos have to be on this side of it and tap it.
That's like, yeah. I'm wondering if we do that.
Yeah.
Or just hit and
Like,
Pop?
yeah, like
oh,
we
yeah,
move
then
it
she
and
can't
go
do
there.
this, because she's not going to
But
be
she
shot.
just have the,
Play the draw.
Yeah.
no, or the hit.
Yeah.
So do we want her to play this or this draw?
Probably
She
the
threw.
draw.
She threw that 9.
She threw it,
but
yeah. Yeah.
That was a couple ends ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking the roll that way.
The roll here.
Yeah.
Do you want to kill it or do you want to just nudge it? What are you thinking?
I think we just want to nudge it through.
What's that?
I think we just want to tap it back.
Yeah, because the only thing
Tap
we
it
just
back
do
to
is that
here?
she has backing with her draw.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah.
have to be very scared.
I
I
think
like
we
a
just
little-
need to tap
so-
it back to about here
Okay.
and stay just a hair high.
Hair high.
We've got
and
lots of
tap
time.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
think
like
so.
just playing like back
4.
8 weight.
Back 8. Okay. Okay. Those will come
So
up a
this
little
is
bit.
where I threw for.
I think
Oh,
the
that's
very
fine.
best result would be just a hack weight
I think
feather
I'm gonna
off
give
the
this
top one to get it behind the tee line and roll frozen or bump it a bit, and then you're buried, like a
Yeah.
hack weight double kind of thing. That's tough.
Yeah, that's not easy. I think this is probably, if she's throwing what, a back 8, just tap it a bit.
Mhm.
Stay on the right side.
Okay, here.
Her left side as we're looking at it of that yellow.
So if they tap it back and stay on the left side of the button, will McCarville be able to nose it for shot rock? It's close.
I think so. I think this looks close, Care. Yeah.
She had the opportunity in 10. Carrie Einarson was heavy with her last draw, setting up this extra. And now trying to tap shot rock off the lid with her last.
Curls hard here.
Back 12! Back 8! Back 12! Yep! Whoa! Back 12! Yep!
Burchard has got it.
Hard! Please screen! Back 9! Back 9! Yes, 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 yes!
Staying with it. Now Mayer as well.
Hard! Hard!
Both of them.
Yep, 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 yep.
Right to shot stone and push it back. And they will sit there. They're sitting the 2. And you're right. If you just touch that on the nose, look what the second shot is.
I don't think you're too. I don't think you would win, but you can make it off your own.
That here. Yeah. I think your shot. This. Like into the side of it.
Half. I have half.
Yeah, I think you have to make it off your own.
I think so. And just hit 3/4 of your own and just stay right there.
What about, is there enough room to make the double?
But if it's too thick,
the red double?
Red double, and maybe even lose your shooter. Or use the one on the...
No, we're not shot.
Maybe. The other option's in-turn chase. Just with the back. That might be the easiest, Cheryl. Just in-turn, you flop towards the back one.
They don't think we're shot if we nose it.
What kind of weight?
Okay. Can I see there? Minute 20.
My only concern is if this curls up a little bit and you nut it on that red back red.
I think we got to play it.
I think they're trying to double.
See, the thing is, even if...
I know, but they say we're not shot.
If you go back to fourth shot appears to be yellow at the back of the 12.
Yeah, I guess if it curls the hair more.
If there's so much...
Yeah. And she has it off there, though, but...
If you make the double, then both yellows also spin.
I'm not sure you can get this thin enough with the peel weight she's going to be throwing, and it could go there. It's got to go through the guard, Cheryl.
Yeah.
You could make this with hack.
That's my concern, is it's stuff it on that back red.
Final stone. And right now it is a stolen point. Carrie Einarson. Krista McCarville out of Thunder Bay. Here comes that guard again. Called off. Get it by there first now. What are you going to get? Bang. Stuff it. Oh, there'll be a win. She made the double. Held the shooter. McCarville is on to the semifinal.
Well done.
That was not easy.
No.
Same shot she wrecked on in 10.
Just well thrown.
Make the final. McCarville wins it 4-3. And she will advance. She had her yellow catcher, made the double. Watching it all the way. Have you got it? Yes, you do. Krista McCarville out of the Fort William in Thunder Bay, as Carrie Einarson applauds all the fans here at Sasktel Center and all those that have made the trip in from Gimli. So, McCarville now on to the semifinal tonight against Jennifer Jones, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the winner will advance to the championship final tomorrow against Tracy Fleur. So Coach Rick Lang will gather them up. And now they'll turn their attention to Jennifer Jones later tonight. While on the men's side, the men's semifinal went only 6. Brad Jacobs with a couple of 4s in an 8-3 win over Kevin Cooey. Now Jacobs sets himself up for a final against Brad Kuju tomorrow night. So we'll be back with you at 8 Eastern Time. Jacobs still the Olympic dream alive for him. Jones and McCarville will keep it alive, or try to, tonight when we join you at 8 Eastern Time from here in Saskatoon. The Tim Hortons Curling Trials on Canada's sports leader, TSN.